Yo, it's your boy Knuckles, and I'm black. I've been away for a while, but I'm back to kick some butt in Wild Canyon. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Here I come, rougher than the rest of them, the best of them, tougher than leather. You could call me Knuckles, unlike Sonic. I can't even keep doing it seriously though. I tried, okay, I tried.
Hey, welcome back guys. We're back at it with Crash Bandicoot 1, finally. Back at it again. Hoogaba.
Oh yes. Now let's see if I can actually view the stream, if it ever lets me.
Yeah, you can't get... That music never gets old.
Nope,
You never get sick of that tune.
It's because it's so simplistic and catchy to the ears, I find. Like, that's what makes it so special. I feel like this is a remix though. Like the original version don't sound this full. At least I don't remember. It might just be better quality.
A little bit, I think. Wumpa Islands. Now, question: is this going to be continuing from where I left off, or is it going to pick up from my other load? Because I can always load it back in. Okay, we're back at it again with Slippery Climb.
The fun level. I forgot how good this game is. This remastered is beautiful.
There we go. I gotta make sure that the audio is low enough. Now we still got gems to get.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully we'll be able to knock them out here, but with this level, I'm not sure.
Hey, confidence, my friend. Confidence. We need the confidence.
It's Slippery Climb. What do you think?
I don't know, because your mic just censored a little bit when you said slippery. It censored out the rest, so I don't know.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was pretty funny how that happened.
Okay, let's try to get through this, and hopefully we do a better job. Well, I had to open my mouth.
I just saw it on delay. You jumped right into the spike. That was good. That was funny. That was great.
We're off to a fantastic start.
This is going to be a very entertaining stream, everybody. Not just for you, for me too.
Yeah, after 9 hours of your embarrassing fails.
True, true. I shouldn't talk too much. You know, if we ever do get the capture card and are able to do like PS1 games and stuff, I'm gonna try to do the Crash 1 original version, which will probably be hilarious because I'm pretty sure the original version of Crash 1 is way stupider than this one when it comes to this level in particular.
Well, all the levels, you have to make sure you don't die.
Exactly. So it's way stupider.
Okay, let's... May have been a while since I played this, but I haven't lost touch. Oh! Oh, that was close.
Like I said, this is going to be a very good stream.
Oh man, I hate these freaking jumps. Oh. Oh man.
That was a stiff one.
Yep.
Aren't you glad they fixed the controls in Crash 1 to be more like Crash 2? Because I can recall, if I'm not mistaken, Crash 1 having way stickier platforming than this one. Is that the right word? Stickier?
Yeah. So this game has hitbox issues. So this remake.
Yeah, but that's mostly just... Yeah, it's mostly because they tried to keep the feeling of the original game.
I think it only counts if it's a checkpoint. If I remember
No idea what just happened. The audio cut off for a second there.
Hopefully, if I remember right, the death counter for the color gems only counts if it's a checkpoint. Like you have to make it through when you get a checkpoint without dying, if I remember right.
I might have to actually edit this video too if you keep failing right there. Huh? Don't you think? How long is this delay that we have going on here? Because I'm seeing like you just jumped, you just slid down the thing now. But I know that's not the part you're doing.
What?
Because I just saw this part. You just slid down into the spikes. And now you just jumped into a pit. It skipped forward. I hope this is not affecting you guys' like viewing quality. It did mine a little bit. What's going on? Let me check this.
Yeah,
the
that's
in good health.
hitbox at you.
Probably my internet. Probably my internet. Probably my internet. Alright, there we go. Now we're good. That wired connection, my boy. We need to get that wired connection. That's what I gotta get.
Okay, there we go. We're moving on.
To the east side. I think that's how I do it.
Okay. Okay, now we got this.
The only level I think I really had trouble with in Crash 1, the original one, was that stupid bridge level.
Which one? There's two.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. The stupid one. The one with like the turtles. You gotta bounce.
Oh, the one I ended on epically. That epic failure. That failure I did.
Yeah, I think that's the same one.
Oh my god, I am so used to the DLC level. I'm just used to predicting the timing on those fucking stairs.
That's all it is, my friend. Platforming prediction. Now you see, I got a question. Can Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 from the Uncharted collection be streamed on the PS4?
They should. Oh, not risking it.
Because I was actually thinking about getting those games so I can stream them. Oh my god, that was so close. That was so close.
Yep. Okay, checkpoint. If we die, we have to start all over. If we want that color gem.
Don't die.
Which I am not expecting to get. Oh my god, those platforms.
The tension is high here at Spider Sonic Productions. Did I cut out my explanation why I wasn't doing Sonic Forces next? I don't remember.
I don't think you ever talked about it.
I think no, I did talk about it in the last stream, but I don't remember if I cut it out of the video or not. Because to make it less long. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. Well, if I did, I'm just saying the reason I'm not doing Sonic Forces is because it didn't interest me. That's it. I will get it at some point, just not now.
Oh, the only problem here is you can't see a drop shadow.
Yeah.
When timing these jumps. Oof.
Woo. See, I could hear the sound effects, but it didn't happen yet, so it's weird.
Yeah, I turned down I turned down everything, but I didn't turn. Okay. Got the burial tokens.
What? I love Crash 1 so much. Crash 1. Well, Crash 2. Crash 2 is big. But Crash 1 is very good as well. It's not my favorite Crash game by any stretch of the imagination.
At the very least, death doesn't count when you die in a bonus area.
Yep, that's a death.
I already fucked that up.
Well, like you said, it doesn't count the bonus areas. As long as you don't die in one of those circular platforms. I guess that's circular rotating platforms.
That's kind of hard when they actually have like those open doorways and you have to jump on those rotating platforms. Those are not easy to jump back onto.
Oh yes, but like I was saying, as long as you stay calm and survive that, the rest shall be history, as we say in Perry.
You have not tried to go after all the gems in this game, have you?
Not Crash 1, not the original. Crash 2, I got all the gems. I have 100% save file. Crash 3, I just didn't get all the relics. I didn't care about the relics in Crash 3. I did get all the gems though. I think it was all. No, yeah. I didn't get all the relics because I didn't finish the water levels. I couldn't finish those.
Yeah, the water levels aren't really that bad.
No, you do my exponential. I guess that's the big word that it is. I think that's what it mean. What it think it does. That's like that's my fear of water. So my very big fear of say what does prevents me from enjoying those levels.
Okay, now we got one last obstacle for this bonus area.
You can do it.
I slightly tapped right and Crash just did a big leap.
Okay.
I just slightly pressed that. There's a slippery climb for you.
Well, it lives up to the name. I wonder if slippery climb is slippery climb is more slippier than Sonic Unleashed in its entirety.
It doesn't feel slippery. Speaking of which, how about them Sonic Forces reviews?
Oh yes. Kinda glad I saved $40. I don't go by reviews, but you know,
neither do I.
I wasn't expecting the game to be 10 out of 10 game of the year. I wasn't expecting, like people were saying, it's gonna be better than Mario Odyssey. Really? Like I'm not even a Mario fan, but come on now, that's just stupid.
I knew Mario Odyssey was gonna be good.
Mario Odyssey does very good. They have a demo in Target. I didn't get to try it though. I never went to Target.
I didn't even know they had a demo at Target.
Yep, there's a demo machine. My sister played it. She said they have the sand desert level on the demo, and it's very good. She told me. She's told me it might actually.
I'm gonna have to use the analog stick again. Directional buzz is not working for me.
Death again. Well, to be fair, this jump is real tricky.
Yeah, it's these Brio jumps.
One day, when we have the funds, I promise I will do a playthrough of Sonic Unleashed and give everyone
okay.
exact funds.
I just landed on the jump box and I didn't jump.
Glitchy. It might have been just your button not registered. You probably did push jump and it just didn't.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't jump. I know I didn't. I didn't press jump. I fell on the box.
Ah.
Oh my god, I hate these freaking jumps. Yeah, I hate these jumps. I hate for this level.
Calm. Got this, man.
See, we're gonna have to go for those later because I already died so many times in this level. I'm gonna have to miss the jump for this. But yeah, I hate those jumps.
Yeah. Probably gonna cut it in. Probably got to edit it. I don't mind. Editing's fun.
But yeah.
And
But yeah, these jumps I hate. Where you have to jump out of the freaking doorway to hit the box. Jump into the doorway, hit the box, and then jump back on the platforms. I hate those jumps. I really do.
rotating platforms.
Because there's no real easy way to time them.
Whew, that was close.
Oh, that was the last one too.
Yup, that would have been it. I think that would have been it if I'm looking correctly. Yes. No? Oh yes, I see right. We're the scientists right now.
Nearly perfect, but you died. What a pissed off crash.
Nah, that sucks.
Blame that jump, Crash. Blame that jump.
Well, at least we know you can get to the end. So you just gotta focus on not dying. See, I'm optimistic. That's a big word too. I'm on fire.
Lights out. The dark level.
Didn't, correct me if I'm wrong, my boys, but didn't Donkey Kong Country also have a lights out style level? Because I believe it did. I was thinking about that. Yeah, it does have a factory level that's in the dark, and I think it does. I don't remember if it's the first game or if it's the second game.
There's a few. There's a few in the first one.
Cause I love that theme song. I was listening to some the soundtrack for the Donkey Kong Country Trilogy, and I don't remember where that song came from, but I remember that tune.
Well, I'm not even gonna bother resetting because we can't get the gem anyway.
This is the one that you need another gem for?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
And this is one of the easier dark levels. There's the other one where you need to get a Cortex key, and that one's harder.
Admittedly, because this game looks so different, I didn't even know these levels were in Crash 1. I had completely forgotten. I'd beaten that game like 4 times in my entire life. So,
giant rats.
I probably beat it more than 4 times, I'm just saying.
Giant rats.
Everyone's favorite.
Oh, the axis. Yeah, we can't even get it here. Because that's where the boxes end. Oh boy. Ain't that a pleasure? Trying to beat the rest of this level in the dark.
I just saw that too, right in the dark.
Yeah, tried to do that in Crash 2. Did not work out so well.
Crash 2 had a dark level?
Yeah. In one of the bonus areas, if I remember right.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you need to you need to collect the you had to collect the fireflies in order to see.
Oh yeah, I remember that level now. I know that level. That one wasn't that bad.
No.
The bad one in Crash 2 is that ice level where you gotta backtrack.
Oh my god, I hate that level.
Cold Hard Crash, I think it's called.
I should have waited. Yeah, Cold Hard Crash is it's freaking
I think that's the
AIDS.
hardest level in the game. Yeah, I think that's the hardest level in the game, but it's still not that terrible. I don't think. It's still a fun
Then
level.
you got the first level in the final world. In order to get the gem for that one, you have to do ridiculous backtracking.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
And that was the one I did last.
The one I always do Cold Hard Crash last, because that
Oh
one
my
you gotta
God.
go through 2 levels.
Waiting is your worst enemy in these levels. You wait too long,
Oh, yeah, you need the momentum.
the light goes away.
You need that momentum up. You need the momentum. Not in a platformy kind of sense like that. I mean, like you need the
You need to keep momentum.
Yeah.
You need to keep going.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The rhythm,
That's
the
bullshit.
the rage begins, isn't it sweet?
That's bullshit. I was nowhere near that axe.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Hey, will we get a rage quit in this episode? Huh?
It's never gonna go that far. Unlike you, that 9 hours of footage, you were nearly close to rage quitting during Cause.
Yeah, but I got lucky and beat me, so. All...
Yeah, like about 3 hours later.
Yeah. I'm not complaining though. I just think that was the best fight in the game, to be honest with you. It was the only one that really gave me a trouble. Besides like Gascoigne, Ebriatus, and Ludwig, that was really to me, that felt like a final boss fight. They could have easily taken that boss, replaced that boss, replaced the final boss of Bloodborne with Orphan of Kos, and it would have been still the best final boss.
Mm-hmm. Jaws of Darkness, the fight. Now we got the final key bonus. We got to find the Cortex bonus areas.
Ah. Well.
Ow. Freaking spider. Nope. Why did I jump? Why did I think I was gonna make that jump?
Ole, I'm back. I had to mute the mic right now. Se me puede, no, es que viví.
You do kind of wish with this remaster that they would have added a slide.
You know what? I can see what you're talking about. I agree with you. Like they should have added more. Like if they remake Sonic 1, you would expect them to add the spin dash, right? But at the same time, I'd rather them not add it. Because I feel like it holds the integrity. Because the level design isn't made for it, so I feel like it would hold the integrity of the original game.
Well, it would actually make speed running these areas for the time trials a lot easier.
True, but see, that's the thing though. With Crash, he's not really made for speed running. He's made for platforming, fun. You can speed run any video game, but you know, not like Sonic. Sonic is purely designed to be sped run. And if you don't believe me, look up Yuji Naka's interview. He made Sonic is inspired by people who sped run Mario's levels. So yeah. His whole purpose is actually for speedrunning. That's why Sonic is designed momentum-based and everything. You start
Well,
the game slow.
tell that to the devs who put the sprinting in Crash 2.
Yeah, well, Crash 2, the levels are a little bit designed. The levels are designed in Crash 2 to be more fluid. In this game, they're more slower paced. You know?
So this is what happens when you actually grab the color crystals. Shortcuts and access to the remaining crates.
I always forget how good this game looks. Like, it's a remaster. When you compare it to the PS1 version, it's such a big jump in graphics. It's unreal. Like, this is like Pixar level quality right here. It's okay, realistically, no. We're not gonna have a Pixar looking game that looks like that for probably until like next
the closest
gen,
we got to that is the new Ratchet and Clank game.
Yeah, the new Ratchet and Clank. But not gonna get a Pixar quality level graphic game for probably not even next generation, probably the generation after that. But we're getting close. That's the thing, we're getting close.
Ooh. Good thing I had an Aku Aku.
Graphics have kind of peaked. Huh?
Good thing I had an Aku Aku for this part. And I died. Not lucky for me, I got a checkpoint.
These platforms are always very hard to do, though, especially in the original Crash. It's that perspective. It's hard to tell.
See, the slide would have actually came in handy in that part.
Yes, it would. But it's still not designed for it.
Well, they added the spin dash in Sonic Genesis. Look how that turned out.
Well, they add the spin dash in the mobile port of Sonic 1 too. The very good mobile port, might I add. And it doesn't break the game. It does add, like, Sonic feels like Sonic in that game. It is the better version, but I still.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm just not feeling it.
You wouldn't.
I'd rather them keep the spin dash out of the first game.
Oh yeah, that's true. I kind of messed up that part as well. I forgot. You can't really spin. You can't really hit the snake into the TNT boxes because you actually destroy the cortex. The icon, the cortex icon.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. You couldn't do that in the original.
So I didn't realize that until after I died.
Yeah, in the original Crash, there's some places with icons that with the TNT box, you gotta just jump on the icon.
Yeah, this is where Cortex's icon is. The second one we need. And you would, in the original game, you would never know you had to run across this. You just had to take a yes.
Yeah, you'd find out on repeated playthroughs when you realize you're not getting everything.
Oh boy, now we got this one.
At least death don't matter in a bonus room.
Nope.
Focus is very real right now. Intensity.
It's his jump.
Oh, let my dog in. Quick. Okay. When I was editing my I failed 9 hours into 48 minutes or however long it is, I realized every time I move my microphone, it leaves a popping noise. So perhaps I will try not to mute my mic as much. I just said I'm not gonna mute my mic as much. Do y'all really gotta start barking and growling and stuff? Like for real? Really? Like, really? I just said that. Look, go play with your toy. Go do that, okay? Good boy. Go play with your toy. Okay, so this mini game here does look very familiar. I'm curious if this is one I actually did before. You just got blown to pieces.
Yeah, that one is just hard to time.
Because I know I did for a fact I ain't 100% this Crash game. Like, this isn't a bad Crash game, I just didn't do it. It was a little too much for me in terms of platforming. My dogs are growling right now because they both want me to hold both of them. So I'm going to have to pick up both dogs real quick.
I think the worst Crash games I could think of are probably
Okay. No, be good. Be good. It's nothing. Okay. Be good. Calm down. Calm down.
Oh, I just did it too.
Ironically, right when I'm trying to stop my dogs from fighting over a single toy. Be good. I'm holding both of you. Look, it's long enough for both of you to have each an in. Alright? There you go.
I think we can both agree that the worst Crash game that we know of that we played is I mean, I would say Wrath of the Titans.
I didn't care for none of the non-Naughty Dog Crash games, so I'd say pretty much anything that wasn't made by Naughty Dog.
Oh wait, what the?
Sure, there's a good one out there, but I just don't care. They don't.
Oh no, not Wrath of the Titans. Mind Over Mutant. That was the one. The one I let you borrow. That game was just so boring.
I didn't enjoy it. No, I didn't like it. There was one line I liked that was funny, but I don't even remember it. But that was it. Everything else was just I didn't really like the backtracking. The combat kind of wore on me.
Mm-hmm.
It was just The final boss was stupid. In a very non-ironic way, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I don't know what the word is, but I didn't like the final boss either. But the final boss.
Thanks for the key, Cortex. I was just not a fan. I was also not a fan of how it was just trying to be funny.
Yeah, there's only one funny line in the whole thing. Everything else is kind of just meh.
Even then, it's not even funny.
No, like I said, I already forgot the joke that I thought was pretty okay. It gave me a good chuckle, but that was it.
And then you had the different cutscene styles that makes the entire game feel disjointed. Like, what style are you going for?
Yeah,
like, you have all these different cutscene styles. You have these hand puppets, then you have this anime drawing style, psychedelic stuff. Just stick with one style of animation.
Yep. Now you see there's people that say Bayonetta, you can tell Bayonetta's a cheap game to make because it uses this panel, like comic panel 3D. It uses the in-game 3D models, but in a comic panel cutscene style. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually like that. I think that looks cool. No other game does that. I don't think that looks cheap. I think that looks dope. It looks awesome.
At least it's consistent with the style.
Yeah, like it doesn't change. Even Bayonetta 2 does that same thing. And I prefer that, to be honest with you. I like that. I mean, sure,
and I mess it up pretty badly.
I wouldn't mind animated 3D cutscenes, but I mean, hey, if they're gonna give me any kind of cutscenes, I'll take those. I like those.
Which is funny because Clash of the Titans actually did like the regular cutscene style. So it's funny they just decided to just change it up for did all these different animation styles for the second one.
Yeah. I wonder what was the thought process behind that. I like the one though. What they think. Huh. They must have been like, hey, you know what? We could go ahead and make this game, but we go do it in this style. And then somebody else came up and was like, hey, yo, I don't want like this style. We're gonna go ahead and do it like this instead. And then the producer or Michael Bay, whoever made the game, was like, yes, well, you see, you can't please everybody. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and please all of you by letting you each do your own interpretation of this. That's what I imagine went on behind the scenes.
I'd imagine too. Like they were just, and the thing is, you can see that they're trying to be funny, but it's just not working.
Now, humor is very subjective, but there is also such a thing as comedic timing, which that game lacks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? One box. I'm off by one fucking box.
I want to laugh right now, but I know how you feel. Your pain is real. Oh, that was good. That was a good one. I held that one in. I held that in.
That's like playing a Mario game where you have to collect all the coins to beat the level, but the game says no, you didn't beat the level because you missed one coin.
Ah, Mario Sunshine. I see what you're going for there. And just for the record, that's my favorite Mario game. So I can make fun of it if I feel like it. Because yes, the coin things in that game are stupid. Y'all who played it know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. So we could just go in and play the level, or we could just do this.
I don't know what's going on because
there, we beat the level.
Oh, all them lives, my boy. Poor Crash. All them boxes getting smashed on his face.
And there, we beat the level.
It is entertaining, though. I like that they animated it. Yep, I like how they animated it. You know what I found out? I've been playing on the Xbox 360 lately. Cause yes, people, I am. But no,
we're gonna play through the level legit.
All right, cool. But like I was saying, like I was playing on the Xbox 360 lately. Because, like I said, I'm not an Xbox hater. I'm not a fan of what the Xbox is doing now, but that's beside the point. See, I could use big words when I feel like it. But, Sonic's on the mind. Xbox. I went through my trophy list, and I saw Minecraft had an update. They got, like, a whole bunch new trophies. I really need to start playing Minecraft again. That game is dope. Like, I love Minecraft. I love to build stuff. There's no story, nothing, no goal. Just go and have fun. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I tried Minecraft on mobile, and I don't know.
Mobile sucks. Mobile sucks. Don't even bother with the mobile version. Mobile sucks. I don't care if you like the mobile version. It's garbage. It's garbage. The console version is pretty dope. It doesn't even match the PC version though. But I like that they added a whole bunch of new stuff on the I don't know if they added it on the PS4 version, but I'm pretty sure they must have, because the update on the 360 version has like 40 biomes and stuff to explore. Man, really? Ah, they just want to take my life away. Like, Minecraft is a fun game when you just want to build stuff and have fun. You don't need to... There's no story, really. You can make your own story, you know? Use your imagination.
I already know that the creator of Minecraft is just living like a rich motherfucker right now.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even own Minecraft now. He just sits back at home, chilling all day.
Yep. Though I heard he does kind of regret it a little bit.
Selling it?
Yeah, I heard he does kind of regret it just a little bit.
Well, I can't.
Like it's not just like it wasn't about the money.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid for him to sell off Minecraft. Let's be honest now. It's only like what, one of the biggest games of last gen, and you go sell it off. You got an IP that big, my boy. Why you gonna go ahead and throw money like that? I don't care if Microsoft is offering him billions of dollars. You can make billions of dollars with just that game. You put it on all the systems and sell it like that.
And of course, that's Microsoft for you. They'll buy what's popular.
Yeah. On the bright side, at least they won't try to buy out Sonic anytime soon.
Sonic is dead in the fucking water at this point.
Unfortunately. Mania made him do a comeback. Mania's very much loved, but it's Sega that's the problem, not the Sonic fans. It's Sega. The fans who made Mania are not the problem.
Yep.
I'm so hyped for Sonic Utopia though. Yo, if that dev watches our stuff, which I doubt they do, because I don't think they. Though
to be honest, I'm kind of surprised Microsoft hasn't tried to throw any money at Marvel at this point.
Well, Disney's not about to let the. Well, I think Microsoft's about to sell Xbox to Disney at one point, weren't they? Or was it Amazon? It was one of those two. Because the Xbox brand ain't profitable.
I think it was Amazon.
I don't remember if it was Disney or Amazon.
It was Amazon. No, like as in, oh, we want to make a game off of a specific character, so we want to buy character rights.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go after like they didn't try to go after like Iron Man or nothing, because I feel like that would be something they would go for. They would just straight up go for Iron Man. We want to make an Iron Man game exclusive to the Xbox 360 or One, because Iron Man is popular. People love Iron Man.
Nah, not so much anymore. He doesn't have any more movies. He's just getting thrown in other movies.
It's still mega popular though. It very popular character.
Which is funny, you think? Which is funny because before the Iron Man movie, hardly anyone besides comic fans knew who Iron Man was.
I know. I didn't even know who Iron Man was before the movie. Like I knew Spider-Man and Batman and stuff like that, but Superman, Wonder Woman, Wolverine, I knew all them, but I didn't know Iron Man.
Like before the MCU kicked off, everyone only knew Spider-Man, X-Men, Wolverine, even hardly X-Men at this point.
Yeah. It's funny too, X-Men was super hyped. Now it's like, who are these people again? They all gone. So how about that new Thor though? That new Thor Ragnarok?
I heard it's actually pretty good.
Oh, that movie's dope. It is so good. We actually watched it. We watched it, and it's dope. It's very good. Very good. It's not really it's more of a comedy than the other two movies. Like the other two movies tried to take itself seriously. This one's more like Guardians of the Galaxy. I like that. It's funny. It's very good.
Oh, I bet.
I'm gonna just throw
That's what
out
I
there
heard.
Jeff Goldblum, my boy. Oh my god. I ain't even gonna spoil it for y'all. Y'all gotta see that. Jeff Goldblum is literally gold in this movie. His character is basically just all the memes of Jeff Goldblum throughout the years. That's exactly what his character is.
Ah.
It is so good. Well, I like it. I don't know how some of y'all like it. I like it. You know what game Microsoft need to make another part for? They need to make Explosion Man 3. Explosion Man and Miss Explosion Man are dope. Why don't they go ahead and make that franchise that?
Beats me.
That game is so good. It's inspired by Sonic a little bit. And it's so fun. There's so much character in that game, and I think it's owned exclusively by Microsoft. So why don't they go ahead and franchise that? That's what it makes me mad about Microsoft. To some extent, Sony too, because they change IPs, but they're all the same game with reskins sometimes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, they at least games per generation. Like, you'll get like 3 games per generation of that same game, you know?
Well, to be fair,
okay
it's mostly about the developers wanting to move on to other things.
Yeah, but I still feel like yeah,
like the main reason we don't have a new Jack and Daxter game is strictly because of Naughty Dog.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they don't have other devs out there that would love to make a Jack and Daxter game. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at Mario's team. Almost every generation, Mario has a completely new dev team working on them. Just the same key people, but it's a different team.
They did that before, and look what happened. We had Jack and Daxter: The Lost Frontier.
Wasn't that the PSP game, though, that nobody cared about?
Yep, and it was regarded as a horrible Jack and Daxter game.
But I'm talking about like a console game, not a handheld game.
It technically got ported to the PS2. Technically, it counted.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Well, it's still a port, though. I mean like a real legit from the ground up on the system.
Hey, we got Brio.
Ah, time for a boss fight. But yeah, like I was saying though, like Microsoft infuriates me the most when it comes to that. Sony, I'm okay with it because all their gameplay styles are fun, even if the games are kind of similar, you know? Like, first of all though, I'm gonna throw out there, I don't see where people see the similarity between Sly Cooper and Crash Bandicoot. I don't understand that similarity. That's a weird one to me. That don't make no sense.
They're really not that similar.
I know, like I've heard some people complain that Sly Cooper is basically just Crash Bandicoot with a cane. Like, what? My boy, what? Really? Have you even played both games? Because they play nothing alike. Crash is like a linear platformer game, and Sly Cooper is like a open world, like kid stealth game. I guess I don't know, like an easy stealth game.
Let me put it in perspective. Crash level-wise Crash is a linear platformer. Sly Cooper is a non-linear platformer because you're able to move about at your own whim. They're not super linear.
Yeah, and the thing too is like Sly Cooper is more of a not really a collectathon, but a mission-based platformer. Well, at least the first game is. I think the second game is more like collectathon.
The second game is collectathon. But actually, the second game is also mission based. It's only a collectathon in the sense that you could collect items at your own free will, at your own free time.
Well, I never played this second game. I know. I never got.
I played both games to death.
I played the first
game.
Actually,
I played the second game a hell of a lot. I didn't, and as soon as I was able to get my hands on the first one, I started playing that a lot.
Yeah, I love the first one. I played part 4, and I got part 1. I don't have to.
Oh my god, I hate. Oh my god. That one little blob always gets you.
Still waiting on that new Banjo-Kazooie, my boys. Still waiting.
Apparently, you're gonna be waiting a long time.
Yep. Like, you see, that's a game you just know. There are developers out there who would love to make a new Banjo-Kazooie game, like, and update it.
Yep, got it.
And it doesn't exist.
Yep.
It doesn't exist.
And you already know the original guys behind Bandicoot don't even want to work with Microsoft.
Nope. To be fair, I think the original guys who worked on Banjo-Kazooie don't even know what they want to work on right now.
Yep.
Because it looks like they want to be with Nintendo, but Nintendo don't want to be with them. So, yeah, I mean, I could understand having the wanting to be on that system. That's where you made a name for yourself, you know? But I mean, come on, my boys, y'all not exclusive anymore. Put effort into your non-exclusive games.
Because that's what's going to ruin you. It just shows people that you're lazy.
You see, too, the thing that ruined Yooka-Laylee, though, is that whole... I think that a lot of... Like, JonTron has a lot of fans. And I'm pretty sure that him getting taken out of the game did affect the game somewhat. Because I feel like that's what gave people a bad impression, especially the way the Yooka-Laylee team dealt with it, you know?
Yeah, not to mention, they took him out for a stupid reason.
Yeah, like I don't even know exactly what happened, but I still when you make a game like Conquer,
let's just say he apparently got into a debate he was not prepared for, said something that offended some people, and then they just instantly just took him off because they didn't like what he said.
Yeah, which is funny because they're the like Rareware, they're the least. Like, you want to talk about people who aren't politically correct. You look at Rareware, they have no room to pretend that they're suddenly all in the right, because they are not. And yes, you could say, people change, people grow up, they learn. There's a lot of inappropriate jokes in Yooka-Laylee from what I've understand, and a lot of them are very... very almost Conquer-esque in their approach, so I don't see why they would go ahead and
plus the other thing that kind of that ruined it was basically how they handled the situation, which was not professional.
That's the thing I think that ruined it. Because you know, I've read, like I was really into Yooka-Laylee, and I read, and I know we're not talking about Crash, y'all gotta forgive us, you know, this is what we do. But Yooka-Laylee, from what I've heard, is not a bad game. It's very much a good game. The thing that makes it bad is that it feels like they didn't put as much effort into it as they were showing they were. And I'm telling y'all, the Switch version is going to be the real version of the game because they are directly handling that development themselves. I'm almost confident that's going to be the version to get. Even if it's not, though. Because you don't know, maybe the reception the game got already kind of threw them off. But to me, I still think they should have waited another year before releasing the game. Because they're not a big dev team like they were back with Rareware, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, it's a team of about 40 people working on this big budget platforming game. And it was supposed to be the return to form. Obviously, they're not going to hit that mark because they're rushing the game because it's Kickstarter. Like, you see, that's the problem with Kickstarter games, too, I feel like. If the development takes too long, people start to turn on it. So Rareware, Playtonic is kind of smart in that they tried to release it at a deadline, you know? But I feel like they should have pushed that deadline back some. They should have come out and said, look, you guys, we don't want to make an unfinished game. We know it's going to worry y'all.
Well, that's the thing. It's not about... It's not about people lose interest. It's the fact that the developers don't really give any concrete updates to hold fans over. Like, yeah, we're still working on this. You get to see what we're actually doing.
Yeah, well, you see too, the problem though with that is that even if they gave the updates, people look at Mighty Number 9 as the rule. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the rule.
Well,
to Kickstarter games, Mighty Number 9. It's not the exception anymore. It's now that's the rule because that's how the public uses it.
Well, to be fair, Mighty Number 9 didn't really do anything to give any kind of updates on the game. They kept fans in the dark.
Well, no. What I'm saying is the dude gave updates for the game when he was developing it, but when he delayed it over and over again, he stopped giving updates. But that's what I'm saying. Like. That I feel like people look at that and use that as the example for all Kickstarter games, which you really shouldn't do because they got some really dope Kickstarter games out there. Wasn't Shovel Knight a
Bye-bye,
Kickstarter
Brio.
game?
Trying to fly.
Yeah, was it? Rio became the Hulk.
Yep.
Didn't yeah, that flying animation still.
Or you could say he became Hyde. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Oh yeah. Okay, I get it now. I did when you said that. I was like, Hyde. Wait, what? Skin? Skin? That's how you know. That's how you know we some Indians. Because when you say the word Hyde, the first thing I think of is like skinning a deer. Really? That's how you know.
And we got the lab.
Yes, near the end of the game, the laboratory.
Of which I speed ran this game for the trial, and holy crap, it is stingy as hell to speed run to get gold.
I can believe it. You see, it's like we said before too when we were hanging out the other. When we were hanging out, whenever you came over and you brought this game, the level design here is not made for speed running. Clearly, it's not. You have to be exceptionally well versed and skilled at the timing and the platformings and precision. And all that to really
this particular level, it's all about momentum for speed running. It's about keeping your momentum up, which that is hard to do. That means you can't stop at all if you want to get gold.
I hear that. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, these levels weren't really designed for that. Crash 2 is a little bit more designed for that, but Crash 1 not so much. You know what's funny, though? I say that, but I'm remembering Naughty Dog back in the day said that Crash was actually based off of Sonic because they thought, well, what would a Sonic game look like if Sonic was like backwards? I forget what the code name was, but it was something
Sonic's
like
ass game.
Backside. Oh, okay. Well, they said I thought it was backside. Well, there we go. Well, there's you go, right there. That's proof that it was somewhat inspired by Sonic. Because yes, believe it or not, Sonic wasn't a laughing stock back then. Sonic actually had influence. I know that's hard to believe now, but yep.
Though, how much are you willing to bet that Sega was getting those copyright fingers ready?
Not old Sega. I don't think classic Sega did. New Sega, yeah, but not classic Sega. Old school Sega, they couldn't care less, to be honest with you.
I hate doing this one. Because they have that box all the way at the top of the freaking of the level that you cannot even see. Oh my god.
Man, this game looks so good. Can't even lie, this game looks good. Every time, I'm gonna say that every time, because it's true, this game looks really good. But, like the reason I say old school Sega wouldn't throw them copyright strikes is because back in the day, Sega was in a very blood Nintendo, and they used a lot of Nintendo stuff in their thing, so they would be very hypocritical to get those copyrights.
Oh man. Trying.
You know, it's funny too. Oh, you can finish, my boy. Explain to us what's happening in the game, because I'm just talking about random stuff.
I am literally trying to bounce on the very top arrow box, because they have a box all the way at the top of the screen, but it is tricky as fuck to do. Oh man. I'm trying to remember exactly how I did it too. It's true.
I can't even be positive because that looks very, very tough. I can't be optimistic.
Hold on. Do this. Break you.
The focus is real, my boys. The focus is real. So, as I was saying before, isn't it funny that the president at Sega said they wanted to take Sonic seriously again and make good games, and then force this happen?
Oh, 3. 2. My bad. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Then you watch Sega, then you see Sonic Forces.
I wonder though, cause it is curious. The new dude at Sega, like he seems genuine, right? The president over there, he seems genuine. Whenever he said that I regret every decision we have made. I want to go ahead and make Sega a brand again. And then, like, we had Sonic Mania. Sonic Boom, Fire, and Ice isn't that bad. It's just a pretty average game. I didn't really play it all the way. Like, I played it a little bit because my little cousin has it. But I didn't really sit down and play it. But from what I played of it, it's not... It's just meh. You know, it's an average game.
Yep.
But Sonic Forces looks like it's going to be one of the worst reviewed Sonic games in recent memory. So, I'm kind of curious about if he even knows how incompetent Sonic Team were. You know, like, I'm sure he knows, but like, I wonder if they hired new people for this game. I wonder if, like, that's going to affect their decision going forward, because I know Sonic Team themselves said that Sonic Mania and Forces is going to determine the future of the franchise. So, and we all know Mania did better than Forces. Like, that's not even a surprise. So, I'm kind of curious what's going to happen now.
Because really, it's not about people not liking Sonic. It's the fact that the games just suck.
Yeah. Well, I think though, ever since 06, because look, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 were well beloved back in the day, and people now hate those games. They look back on those games with disgust, and I believe that's due to the fact that you have bad games come out and it ruins the whole franchise. You know what I'm saying? It damages your goods. Because there's even people out there that say Sonic has never been good, even on the Genesis he sucked. Really, my boys? Really? For real? You gonna go that far? Like, I get it, right? You're gonna say that these games are bad because this game is bad, and they just can't seem to consistently nail the gameplay. But that's just because Sonic Team is incompetent. Give the franchise to somebody who loves the franchise, and I guarantee you're gonna see that turnaround. I do feel like that's what's causing people to dislike Sonic. You know, you can only be disappointed so much. I ain't gonna lie to it. Like, Forces is probably the first Sonic game I'm not actually gonna be actively disappointed for. Because Mania exists. We have a good Sonic game.
Honestly, I was never excited for Forces. It just didn't look interesting.
The first trailer put me off too. I think I remember telling you that. Like, man, I was hyped too. Like, man, they got Mania. Oh my God, it's so hyped right now. I can't wait to see what their 3D game's gonna be. And then what happened? Oh, it's just a... Looks like Sonic 06. I can't be hyped for this. It looks like Sonic trying to be dark, and that never works. Like, I don't understand why they think that works. The fans are stupid. That's all it is. The fans want bloody, dark Sonic, edgy Sonic. That's not Sonic, though. Sonic has never been that. The edgiest Sonic this ever got was the TV series, and that TV series Sonic was still written like he was in Sonic Colors. So I don't understand exactly what they were going for. No, I take that back. The edgiest Sonic ever got was Shadow the Hedgehog. That was terrible.
Can you even count that as edgy?
Yes, because they tried really hard to take it so seriously, and it fell flat on its face.
It seemed more comedic than anything.
Yeah, but trust me, Sonic Team was being completely serious about it. They were dead on serious. They wanted to appeal to the teenage demographic by making anthropomorphic hedgehogs ride motorcycles and have guns and curse words. Like, really? That just sounds stupid when you say it, you know?
Well, that's not too far off of Sonic Forces, because there are guns in that world in Sonic Forces, though not the realistic looking guns.
Yeah.
And all the
At least I
voice
can't say I'm
acting is
disappointed.
horrible from what I've heard so far.
Yeah. It's amazing how you could have the same actors from Sonic Colors, and that game has pretty decent voice acting. Like Sonic and Tails' voice acting are actually not ear grating. You know, they don't grate your ears. Yet they go from that to all of a sudden Forces, where the acting is just awful. Like Tails is like terrible in that game. I don't know what they did to Tails. They made Tails almost unredeemable at this point. Like, Tails could have died off in the game, and I would not care. That's how bad it is. I ain't even tripping. That's how bad it is. I spoiled the game for myself, because I don't care. I have no interest in the game. I don't care. I'm going to get the game, but, yeah, I have no interest in it. I'm going to cut all this part out of the stream, too, in case, so that way, whenever we do stream the actual game, you'll forget that I said all this.
Or it was just stay in there and it just ended up being true.
Yeah. I wish I could stream Sonic Colors. That game's dope. But it's a Wii game, so guess what? Even if we had a capture card, I couldn't stream it because Nintendo. Thanks, Nintendo.
You're always looking out for your fans.
Yep, always.
That's why hardly anyone is going to be streaming Dark Souls 3 or LA Noire when that finally comes out for the Switch.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to be impressed. I'm impressed that they have Doom and stuff on the Switch because I saw the gameplay. It looks really good. It's 30 frames per second, Doom, but it doesn't feel like it. Like the footage actually looks like it's PS4 footage, just with slightly lower res graphics, and that's impressive. But I will say that when we stream Doom, it's going to be on the PS4. It's not. It won't be on the Switch. It won't be on the PC because my PC is not strong enough to handle Doom. So yeah, we're going to straight up do it all on the PS4 because the PS4 is the console of choice for streaming as of right
now. What? What? I was in the doorway. I was in the doorway.
That door said, "Get out of here with that." That door didn't want none of it.
Except I didn't want to go too soon without... I didn't want to go too late, but you can't go too soon. And I thought I was completely in the doorway to where I wouldn't get crushed.
Perspective is weird. I can't even make up a song for that. It's just weird.
Especially old 3D early 3D perspectives.
Yeah. I think the only like legit old school 3D game that has a very good camera is well, even then it's not perfect, but I'm trying to think of a game that has a very consistent... Well, Zelda has a very good camera, but I don't think we could count Zelda. I'm talking about platformer. Banjo-Kazooie has a good camera. And you could kind of sort of control it. It's still pretty weird, though. Mario 64 has perspective problems, I believe. I haven't played that game in a minute, y'all. I don't remember. I have to replay that game. It's been so long, and my N64's controller is all messed up because I'm not going to play the 3DS version. The DS version, not the 3DS. DS version's very different. It's a completely different game, so I ain't even going to try to pick the N64 version. Yeah, Scarlet, you never played the Mario 64.
Never had an N64.
I always forget you never played that game. I always forget that. My boy, I would let you borrow the DS version because there is a port on the DS, but it's a completely different game from the original. Like, it's entirely different. It's not just a straight up remake. It's completely different. They add new characters, new levels, there's new stars in different places. It's completely different. New controls. It's not even the same game. I don't even know if you played it, you might not like it as much as you would probably like the console version, because the N64 version is really dope.
Speaking of N64, how do you feel about the N64 Classic that's coming out by Nintendo?
That's a thing? Like, that's legit?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest with you. The only thing good about that is it's gonna give me like new N64 controls back on the market, so I can buy me a new one, or my other N64.
Down the hole you go.
Down the hole we go. I don't know what this is.
You're not doing that shit to me.
I didn't even hear about the N64 Classic, so that's news to me.
Oh, look at me.
If only they would go ahead and redo the NES Classic. That's the one I wanted, but they never had none.
They did NES Classic, they just bothered to put another one. They just bothered not to discontinue it.
Like, why, man? That was so stupid. You know how many people down here that I know that wanted one? Like, for real? They had so many people that wanted one, and they couldn't get one because they were never in stores. And I remember we went to GameStops, and the people at GameStop was like, Nintendo only sends us like one, and we don't even know why. We asked for more, and I was like, boy, Nintendo, what's going on? You know how much money they could have made with that? Like, even if they weren't planning to make that a thing, they should have went ahead and said, you know what, we're gonna make some more, because look at
I don't think it's actually possible to die in this level when you're just going straight to the portal. Though if you manage to die in this one, I'm gonna be surprised.
I'm sure I'll find a way whenever I stream the original game, because the original game they probably die at the loading screen.
Final boss, and then it's cleanup time.
Oh yeah, we got this! The final boss time. I hope my mic isn't hurting y'all ears, because I realized I had to lower my volume because I was whispering the last time I was on here, and I never checked the microphone volume again. I should probably do that right now, but I'm afraid it's going to kick me off of the party.
I do remember how gruffy the original voice was, like, "Darn you, Crash Bandicoot!"
My boy took that them halls, man. That sword through. This boss fight's exactly the same as the original, I imagine.
Yep, it is.
They're pretty good at maintaining the spirit of the original game.
So this is where things are gonna get kind of tough.
So, since they're making the N64 Classic, will you be purchasing one, Skolny?
I don't know. I never bought the NES one, the NES or SNES one.
Well, you would have never been able to buy the NES one because you would have never found it, apparently. I saw some NES classics in Walmart, but I don't want one. That's how.
Oh, you cheeky bastard!
Like, not to hate on the SNES, I just didn't want that system. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the SNES, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted an NES Classic. Not because I didn't play those games growing up. I played those games religiously growing up. I just wanted one because for the novelty. And plus the fact that you could play all those classic games like that. Like, I'm not enticed to buy an SNES Classic for Star Fox 2. That does nothing for me. I could emulate that game for free if I wanted to. Because it was never released.
Apparently it's the completed version of Star Fox 2.
Which is probably no different than the emulated version, to be honest with you. I don't know. I never played it, but I'm not interested in it.
Well, most emulators only have the uncompleted version.
Yeah, well.
Nintendo was actually just sitting on the completed version for so long, for reasons unknown.
I mean, I'm glad they put it out for real, you know? So now those idiots out there who think that, oh, emulating is against the law, they could go ahead and say, well, Nintendo's using emulators to power their SNES Classic, so at least now there's official release, so you can play it. But yeah, I'm not interested. I didn't like the original Star Fox as much. I played it, I own it, but I didn't care for it as much. It was impressive though. When I was young, oh yeah, the 3D graphics like that was dope. Those
Also, who would have figured you had to hit the green balls instead of dodging them like the others?
You know what? To be completely for real with you, I believe that is just the natural instinct of someone who plays games a lot. I think that's what they're going for, because they don't really give you a tell. But even when I was young, I never had nobody tell me how to beat this boss. I just figured it out on my own. And I saw the green ball, my initial reaction was, let me hit it. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just something we gamers know.
Probably. It's something you can easily catch on.
Man, I'm waiting for that Rayman remake. The 3D Rayman? I want them to remake the original trilogy.
You do not want a remake of the first Rayman.
I want the original trilogy. All the 3D exploration games.
Well,
I never played the first one, so I don't know if the first one's in 3D
Oh,
or
you
not,
didn't.
But I
Oh, you didn't play Rayman 3, did you?
Rayman 3? The 3D one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that one. Yeah, I think that's the one I played. That's the one with the different, Well, I remember the last boss, right? Put it to you like that. I remember the last boss, and I don't want to spoil it, but I just want to say it's like a tornado thing. That's all I'm going to say. Is that the one?
I don't remember. I don't remember myself.
I don't know either. I remember the final boss. And I don't want to give away what it is.
I remember the final boss of it because when I had the PlayStation demo discs for the PS2, they would honestly give you tips on how to beat that final boss. Or at least the first phase of that boss.
It was really hard. It was very hard apparently for the time. I don't remember because I would have to replay it. But man, I want the remake, man. Make all three of them in the style of Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy. Do that.
Well, did you know? Well, here's the thing: the first game is not a 3D. It's not a 3D game. It's 2D.
I figured that because I remember people saying like it's only the last two are 3D. But I never played it.
And I've played it. It does not hold up well. Not like Rayman 2.
Well, at least we have Origins and Legends for
Rayman 3 even holds up pretty well. I have the HD I have the HD remaster.
Oh yeah?
Though it sucks it's only digital.
Oh.
But it holds up well.
Yeah,
it's fun to play. Like you have like all the different power-ups. I like how the power-ups are handled.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, because you get that blue Rayman power-up. That one, I believe. I don't remember what it does, but I remember there's like
a chain power-up.
Like a bunch of planks. Yeah, there's a level with a bunch of planks. You gotta cross these planks.
Yeah, that's a chain power-up.
Okay. I wish they would remake all those Rayman games, man. You know what game I want to see?
You can still buy the 3D. You can still buy Rayman 3 for EC on PS3.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like a remake in the style of Crash N Sane Trilogy. That'd be dope. My chair right now.
Oh my god, I missed that one.
Crash N Sane Trilogy. Rayman.
Now we just gotta hit you one more time, and there we go. You're dead.
Bada boom, bada boom.
Did you actually see the old cutscenes for the original game? The ones that got cut that were supposed to be animated? It's the ones that look like it was supposed to be a cartoon.
Oh, my boy gonna get it! My boy hype right now. My boy said he about to join the Maha Club.
It's the ones that make it that looks like it was supposed to be for a cartoon.
Ah, okay. I didn't see that. I don't remember. I don't think so.
That was actually funny. And you're gonna be seeing these cutscenes a few times after the end of 2 and 3. But 2 and 3 will be coming up sometime next. I don't know when, because the next game I'm going to be playing through is The Last Guardian. Anticipation for the show, the Colossus remaster.
Get hyped, my boys and girls. Get hyped. Last Guardian is such a. I'm not even going to talk for Last Guardian. I'm just going to sit down and watch. Because I love that game's music.
Okay,
like,
now
me, that's like the
time for cleanup.
Yep. Cleanup time. This is. I'm probably gonna have to edit all this. Huh? Don't you think? Probably gonna have to edit all this.
Yeah, you'll probably have to edit all these, especially for Slippery Climb. Stormy Ascent, that's gonna be edited heavily for Stormy Ascent.
Yeah, I mean,
oh
I'm
my
gonna
God,
edit
Stormy
most
Ascent.
of the video. I'm gonna edit most of the video then if I'm gonna edit this, and if we make this like a permanent thing for all our streams. I mean, like, for real, if y'all gonna go ahead and play the games, we want y'all to play the games, right? Like, that's the goal of live stream. We want you to see the game, play the game, come for the game, but we want you to enjoy playing it first and foremost. So I'm gonna edit it, and I might have to cut out some stuff, but if I cut out some parts of levels and stuff, you know, like, it's not gonna be too major. I'm gonna try to keep it minimal. Because this will probably be how I do most of my stuff. I don't know if Skullnate's going to be doing all his streams like that. Like Bloodborne, the next Bloodborne, I'm not going to cut too much out if I do edit it. But for sure, I'm going to probably be editing Doom, where we're probably going to be skipping a lot of parts. Like I'm not going to skip cutscenes, but I'm going to skip like parts of the level where I'm just wandering around exploring. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It makes it shorter. Shorter videos mean you get a better viewing experience, and then you can just hear the important parts of us talking, stuff like that, you know? Because we usually talk about stuff that's important for the game. We just didn't do it in this playthrough because I think we said everything we needed to say about Crash in our last playthrough. So... lights out. Skullnate has supreme concentration right now.
No, this part is actually pretty simple. The next dark level, there may be some heavy concentration.
Man, concentrate away, my boy. Concentrate away. I'm going to concentrate myself because I am currently have my hands full right now. I'm doing some extracurricular activities in preparations for the conclusion of the Bloodborne DLC. So I just said a lot of big words, my boy. That reading the dictionary paid off. I'm telling y'all. I'm stunting on y'all. Y'all ain't know.
Oh boy, this will be interesting. Because you still got Lawrence to beat.
Yes, the fire cleric. And no, I'm not cheating. All I'm doing is, for those who, all I'm letting y'all know is I'm grinding up like bloodstones and blood echoes and stuff like that. and I'm going through the Upper Cathedral Ward over
Ray,
and over again. To get
just
the
come
bloodstones.
clean.
So,
You're using the Game Shark.
you know what? I don't know how to use a Game Shark, so your joke failed. For real though, I don't know how to use a Game Shark. I've heard about it. I saw one at
I
Best Buy one time,
don't
and
even know Game Sharks still exist.
I don't think they do, because I think now people be using Save Editor. Because I had a friend on PS3 who told me like he doesn't play Dark Souls like multiplayer no more because he likes to use the Save Editor and just crush everything in the main game. He doesn't like to play multiplayer. When he plays multiplayer, he uses a legit save file. But when his other save files are just him crushing everything with one hit. So I don't know if that's technically Game Shark or what.
No,
Shout
that's
out to you, by the way. You probably don't watch our stream.
Game Shark. It's basically you're just cheating to get like all weapons or all experience and stuff.
You know, I actually
It's another it's like the official cheat, like Game Genie is for the NES.
Oh, okay. Well, I actually saw
Except you need like a except you need like a some kind of it's complicated. You need like a Game Shark disc to put in your system, and then you just I don't know how Game Sharks work. I have looked into how they work.
Yeah, well, I know I saw a Game Shark disc at Best Buy for Zelda Twilight Princess. Why you would need a Game Shark for Twilight Princess, I have no idea. But they had one for sale over there, and I almost brought it. But I decided to save $20 and not buy it. So that was a while back, too. That's like when Best Buy first opened. So, well, first opened in my area.
Yep.
But yeah, they had a Game Shark for Twilight Princess. Never gonna forget that. For real though, somebody answer that to me. Why would you need Game Shark in a game as easy as Twilight Princess? Like, for real? You know that bad movie? I'm just playing, but for real though, like, why would you need a Game Shark that? There's nothing. I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. I guess just for fun reasons. I don't know.
That's mostly why some people use Game Shark, just for fun.
Yeah, I don't see the relevance though for Twilight Princess. Why they sold that version in Best Buy. That's mostly my weird critique there. See, man, that dictionary reading's paying off. But yeah, I think it is just for fun stuff. But all honesty, Twilight Princess doesn't seem like a game you would need it for. Now, Ocarina of Time, maybe. Wind Waker, maybe. I don't Who let the dogs out? Me, because I gotta do it right now. I'll be right back.
Nice segue. Oh boy. These color gems are kind of annoying to get. Oh, what do I have? Okay, so I'm just missing two. This one and Slippery Climb. Slippery Climb's gonna be freaking annoying.
I am back. Whew. Okay, so, man, that was some exercise. Like, y'all ain't know what I've been doing. I've been standing up for like 3 hours recording, which isn't that bad, to be honest with you. Until you realize you gotta move like 80 pounds worth of junk out the way each time you set up. So, it's not exactly convenient, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's the correct thing. But hey, works out for me. It's fun, you know. I love recording. I love my job. Oh, just to hopefully, let's go, Nate. If you don't mind, I'd like to say that I do prediction videos with my sister for wrestling. We do New Japan Pro Wrestling predictions, and we're probably might do NXT. I don't know. But our prediction video for Power Struggle we did, which is the recent New Japan pay-per-view. It did pretty. The Kings of Pro Wrestling, that one. It did pretty good. We got a good number of views and everything. It was pretty good. So hey, shouts out to everybody who tuned into that. You know, much love. Yes, I am the same one that does that stupid announcer voice whenever I'm on there. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wrestling Weekly. Whatever we're calling this show. That's me. Yeah, that's me.
You should just try to do your Bonesaw impression.
Oh yeah! I can't do it right now because my diaphragm is with my throat.
Bonesaw's ready.
Yeah. Oh Lord, that was good, boy. That was good. Bonesaw's ready. I can't do it right now. My voice is dead, y'all. My voice is dead. Bonesaw's ready. I don't think that was even it. I can't hit it at all.
I don't even know if mine was it.
Oh, you're gonna see it on the playback, my boy. Let me tell you. In terms of it was not. You know, it wasn't bad. It was a good start, but it was not it. It was a other term that rhymes with it, I would say.
Shit.
Mine's probably was too. Yes, yes. There you go. You see? You could be a rapper too, my friend. Yeah. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Shouldn't rap this because then I'll get the copyright. That didn't even rhyme. I didn't even try that time.
There we go. Up we go.
Oh yeah.
Up on the crystal platform. And here's the last boxes. With the purple gem.
Finally, we've done it.
Not yet. We still have slippery climb. And we got all the clear gems to get, which are 26.
Well, I'm talking about in that level. You got that one. Hold on right quick. Let me mute this real quick. I got something to take care of.
Can't even do those kind of voices for too long. Hurts your throat. Okay, now we got slippery climb, and then we could just do a whole lot of cleanup. We just got slippery climb, and then after that, we could die as many times as we want.
Alright, my boy. I'll be right back in a second. I have to go take care of some business. It will take probably about 5 minutes. Not too long, so you don't have to pause nothing.
About a man.
Yeah, it will only be good, man. We will be back in about 5 minutes, okay?
Gotcha.
Okay? Alright.
Oh!
I'm glad I got to see that. That was entertaining. That was entertaining right there. That was, and there go the shoes. Yep. All right, so I'll be right back.
Oh, he could have made it. That hurt. That hurt really badly. Ow. And that one just hurt my pride. I don't know which of these fails are worse, the ending of the last one or this one. Nope, nope. Whew. Always gives me a heart attack on owls. Up we go. Not even caring about the fruit at this point. Nope. I am not taking a risk on that. After playing something like Stormy Ascent, where I'm able to proactively judge the pattern of those stairways, and then coming back to slippery climb, it just throws my pattern off completely. Oh, no, you don't. Nope. Get. Crash rock with me. Okay, now we can't die at all. If we want the red gem. Where did I jump? Oh, that was close. Okay. Okay, now we gotta wait for this. Wait for a good one to jump on. Alright. Up we go. Up we go. Oh, that hurt it. That was painful to look at. Oh, every time I jump on those birds, I always feel like I'm gonna miss. Okay, Brio. Time to do your shitty box challenges. Did it again. Good for me, I guess. Good for me, I say. Okay. Now we got this asinine jump to do. Jump! Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck. Okay, we got it. We're moving on. Okay, we're moving on. Oh. Hooray! Got the gem. Fuck you, slippery climb. That didn't take me nearly as long to get that than it did on my original playthrough. Where it took me almost hours to get that. But hey, we got the red gem. We got all the color gems we need. Now we just gotta do a whole bunch of cleanup, get the rest of the gems, and finish this game.
Greetings. I'm here to ask you a question.
What?
Do you remember? Because Pepperidge Farm remembers.
What?
I don't know, I'm just asking a question. Anyway, welcome back. Myself. What has been happening since the last time I was here?
Well, we finally got all the color gems, so now we're just doing cleanup. Starting with Great Gate.
That's very, very good to know. Now we're gonna finish this there game and then move on to that there game over there.
What are you doing on this stream, Elvis? Aren't you supposed to be dead?
My name is not Elvis. You wanna hear Elvis? Oh, mama.
Welcome to Spider Sonic, ladies and gentlemen.
Where we patiently wait for Skullnate to find out that was a very terrible Johnny Bravo impression and not Elvis at all.
You sounded more like Elvis than Johnny Bravo.
Well, to be honest with you, the first impression, I have no idea what voice I was doing. I guess I was going for a cross of like Dr. Phil and just a deep voice and gentle. The second voice, where I went, hey, ha, ho! That was more meant to be Johnny Bravo.
That was not Johnny Bravo.
So what happened last? Well, what happened last time? I missed it.
Well, we got the red gem from Slippery Climb. Now we're just doing cleanup.
Ah, yes. Clean it up.
And I came so close to missing it because of that freaking platform.
Feels good outside. It's cold. I like it.
That's how I like it. Freaking Papu villager.
What's their name? What you call them?
Papu villagers.
Papu village.
Because the leader is Papu.
Oh yeah, all right. I was like, I didn't know that was the official name. I thought they were just called the villagers or something. Man, I miss this Naughty Dog. I know Naughty Dog didn't develop this particular game. This is the remaster of one of the games they developed. But man, I miss this Naughty Dog. The fun-loving Naughty Dog. So good, so good.
Now they're just making dark, edgy games. Naughty Dog of old. Nope. Ooh.
Okay. I'm back again. This time I was a little busy. And my dogs are also a little busy trying to kill each other. Okay. So.
Okay, now we have to... Okay. Now we have to take the crystal platform and get the final remaining boxes on this part, which is pretty tough.
Crashist Ono. I wonder how many people are going to get that reference. Crashist Ono. I'm going to just go throw that out there. It's not even really a reference, it's just a name. Yeah.
Yeah, this part is actually really tough.
And then you proceed to do it on your first try.
There's actually a trick you can actually do. Actually jump up there before getting the box. Because the return trip, because I've had out of there, is kind of difficult, but there is a trick you can do to where you could just use a shortcut.
Boing. It doesn't pay for me to do the sound effects in time when I'm watching because I'm on delay. Everybody go hear me before you after you did it. So I shouldn't do the sound effects. Then they'll just go give you all a timestamp on where I am in the screen. And sometimes it's weird. Because I'm way behind, y'all. I'm way behind. You know what, Skullnate, I was thinking we should do? Like, just for fun. We should record ourselves watching movies. Like, movie commentary.
Okay, this is the part I was talking about.
That would be an interesting thing for us to do for our channel.
What,
specifically
movies?
When we don't have any games to play. Yeah, like, we don't have to, like... We could just put a picture, like the poster of the movie in the video, watch the movie, talk about it, but tell the viewers what timestamp to have so they can watch the movie and listen to us talk at the same time if they want to do that, or if they just want to listen to it like us talking over the movie as a podcast. Like, put the subtitles on so we can read it instead of hearing it.
Not sure how well that would work.
But when we don't have any games to play, because I was just trying to think about what my next game would be, and I already said Doom, but it could be literally anything else. I don't know yet. I have Assassin's Creed Unity, Lord knows I'm not too excited to stream that, but if worse comes to worse, I probably will. Because I asked my sister to let me borrow it, and oh yes, I didn't try it yet though. I have it sitting right there on the shelf with Syndicate, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, that'll be very interesting indeed.
Oh yeah, because I've heard Unity is really bad. Actually, I heard that Unity was just a side project that they just decided to just release.
My sister hates Unity. She told me she played it, and she thought the game would get good. It doesn't get good, it gets worse. She cannot stand Unity, but she absolutely loves Syndicate. That's a good, hopeful sign for me. Like I said, I was thinking about buying the Uncharted collection to stream Uncharted 2. 1 and 2, maybe all 3, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of 3. You know what's funny? I see a lot of people who love Uncharted 3 say that the only reason people think Uncharted 2 is better is for nostalgia.
There's many reasons why. There's a lot of reasons why Uncharted 2 is better. And it ain't because of graphics. It ain't because of nostalgia either.
Well, I'm gonna say that the reason I think it ain't even nostalgia, because as you know yourself, Skonade, I played Uncharted 3 first. That was my first Uncharted game. I saw it at a pawn shop for like $10, and I got it for $5. I'm not gonna turn that down, and I just brought a PS3, so I wasn't gonna turn that down. So I played Uncharted 3, and I knew it was the weakest one in the series from what I've been hearing about it. But I tried it out, and I really liked it. And then I played Part 2 because you let me borrow it, and then I ended up seeing why Part 3 was really weak. Because Part 2 is so good.
Also, that doesn't really make sense because, oh, you only like Uncharted 2 because of nostalgia. Uncharted 3 is the sequel to 2.
Yeah. Well, I guess what they're going for is that because it came out first. So
that doesn't make sense.
It still don't make no sense. Yeah, it still don't make no sense to me. But I guess that's. I see people use that same argument for like Uncharted 4. Like I seen some people say Uncharted 2 is better than 4, and the people who love 4 more than 2 use that defense too. Like, oh, it's just nostalgia. You don't realize that 4 is the better game. I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't hate 4. I think 4 is better than 3. But I don't enjoy 4 more than I do 2. 2 is my favorite. 2 is such a perfect game.
From what I played of 4, it is better than 3, but it's not better than 2.
Yeah, it just needs, like 4, if it just toned down the character cutscene parts. Like if it stopped the stupid hold right on the stick to walk through this area that's so beautiful that you can't explore because you gotta stay with your stupid brother who shouldn't even exist because he didn't exist in the first games. And then you go ahead and, oh, I'm going to help you up this platform instead of climbing up there myself. You know, like stuff like that. I just, that annoys me so much. The best part of Uncharted 4 is the part when you're on the island by yourself. That's the best part of the entire game for me. It's so good. It's such a great part, and they kill it almost immediately once you do it. They kill it, and I hate that.
Also, what do you think of this water? I don't think we ever talked about this before. What do you think of the water?
I think we did talk about it because there's water physics, though. These sexies, look how beautiful they are. Now, y'all don't know, I have a very strong love for the water physics. If I could stream Pikmin 3, we would have to edit it because 90% of my playthrough would be just me swirling in the water because that game has absolutely gorgeous water. And any game that has good looking water I swirl around in for a good time. That's the reason Skullnade is actually playing Last Guardian, because that game's water physics are to die for. And I will
That's not the reason.
I know that's not the reason, but that's the reason for me. That's my headcanon reason. Because, oh my god, you don't even understand. I wasn't even afraid of the water parts in that game just because the water physics were so beautiful. And to be honest, the water parts weren't that bad. So, yeah. Man, the water's so beautiful in that game. I love water physics. Water physics are awesome. I wish every game would take time to develop them. I know they can't though. I know they can't. It's impossible because it
Physics
takes
is
up so much space.
Physics is a tricky thing to work on, which is why many developers don't really use physics too often.
Yeah, for the water specifically. But man,
For anything really.
So good. I'm amazed that Zelda has such good grass physics. Like Breath of the Wild's grass physics are like super good.
Play as Coco for a little while.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I find
still impressed by
physics in general, especially when you have a whole bunch of physics going on, like cloth physics, grass physics, water physics, etc., going on in one game, it tends to crash it at certain points, like the game engine, I mean.
Yeah, like, you know what? That's my one complaint about Zelda Breath of the Wild, is that the game's performance isn't that good. It stutters a lot in the frame rate. It's not the most annoying thing in the world. Like, it's not Skyrim levels of bad. I'm talking about that original unpatched Skyrim for the PS3. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's not that bad. But it's still noticeable enough, and part of the reason for that is because all the grass physics and the cloth physics and all the physics, everything in that game is physics-based. You cut down trees, they fall in a certain angle depending on how you hit them and stuff. You know, everything in that game is based on physics. That physics engine is so good, it's impressive. It makes the world feel alive, but it also hurts the performance of the game.
From what I've heard from most developers talking about physics in general in games, they're a hog when it comes to implementing them. They take up so much power. They're power hogs.
Yep,
like they demand so much when you actually just implement just regular physics. Even at just one, it still hogs a lot.
Oh yeah. That's what makes, to be honest with you though, that's why I think makes Zelda so impressive still. Like, even looking at it now, it still looks impressive. Because, not just because of the art style and how pretty it is, but because the world feels literally alive. And the physics are a big part of that. And I wish Nintendo could find a workaround to patch the game to where it wouldn't stutter so much, because then it would be the closest to a perfect game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not saying the game is perfect. Zelda has problems.
No game is perfect.
Exactly. No game's perfect. Breath of the Wild has problems. But when I say that it's closest to the perfect game I've ever played, I mean, like, I'm talking about, like, in terms of everything it does. It does it so well and so well polished, and nothing really feels like it was overlooked. It feels like they really took time and effort and care into the world. There are parts in the mountains in Zelda that I still haven't finished exploring yet. That should tell you how big this world is. And for that level of detail in a world that big, that's impressive.
Yeah, for anyone that tries to tell you that, oh, there is such thing as perfect games, they're lying at their ass. There is no such thing as a perfect game. No game is perfect.
Yep. Even the game that I still consider to be they one of the few 10 out of 10s that I believe is objectively a 10 out of 10, like Sonic 2. And I can already hear people laughing already as we speak. I can hear it. Can you hear it? Listen. That's the sound of Sonic Retro banning me even more. I shouldn't have said that on the stream now that I think about it. They probably really gonna hunt me down now. But the Sonic 2, I think that's a 10 out of 10 because the level design is perfect almost. There's only like 2 levels in the game, and they're gimmick levels. Well, 1 level in the game. It's a gimmick level. You know what I'm talking about, the Sky Chase.
Mm-hmm.
And that's still not even a bad level. The only thing that's bad about it is when you turn supersonic, you die. So that's really it. That feels like that was overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, man, it's so good.
Don't feel bad about the fanboys. They're a major laughing stock at this point. Doesn't even matter at this point.
Oh, yeah. I know. I was just making a joke about how I got banned off Sonic Retro.
All because of an opinion.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. Yep, I'm not ashamed to admit it. They banned me. I could still go on there. They didn't perma-ban me. They just banned my account. I can make a new account, but I just chose not to. It's just because I angered some fanboys by saying I actually thought Sonic Colors was good. Because apparently you dislike Sonic Colors is the cool thing to do now, and loving Sonic Unleashed is the good thing. I don't understand that. I mean, hey, like what
You can
games
go on there
want.
and say Sonic 06 is the worst Sonic game ever, and they will ban you.
Like, for real, just like the games you like. Not everybody's trying to start an argument with you. Just because they say this game is garbage does not mean they think you in liking it is garbage. Why is that so hard to accept? I've never been offended by a single person who told me they didn't like Breath of the Wild. Not once did I ever question that. So why can't other people just have that same view? Like, I've never had, like, I'm not even saying they need to be like me. I'm saying, like, just be a gamer that just loves games. You know what I'm saying?
Also, I'm gonna say this: Shadow of the Colossus is my favorite game of all time. You know how many times I've been offended, but when someone told me that they don't like it, zip. I've been offended zip times because I don't give a fuck.
Yep. Yeah, because you love the game. We don't have to say, like, if you love a bad game, you know, go right ahead. I still think that Shadow of the Colossus is a very, very close to perfection when it comes to video games. But I'm not gonna say that it's the perfect game. It's still not the closest to perfect game I ever played. It probably is for you.
It's not even for me.
Well, what's the closest to a perfect game, you think?
Mm.
Like, the one that comes closest for you? Because like I already said, for me it's Breath of the Wild and Sonic 2. And that's an objective thing because we're taking fun into account when we talk about what perfect is for us. Like, Zelda's fun for me. Some people might think the world's empty. I don't. I love the world. I'd never get bored running around that world. So yeah, that's what I want to know. What do you think is the closest to perfect game in your opinion?
I don't know. It probably would be Shadow of the Colossus because I never played a game like it.
Yeah. You see, I would have put Shadow of the Colossus up there too. Like, I really would. It's just.
But then again, it does have its issues. Like, it does have its it does have its frame rate issues, and then the physics kind of go. Then the climbing mechanics kind of go against each other a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when I talk about when I say closest to perfect game, I'm talking about like all the mechanics. They just work. You know, they're really the only thing holding back the game is performance. And I think that might probably be why, because I love Shadow of the Colossus a lot. Probably not as much as you do, but I love it a lot. But I don't think I would put that in mind. But like we were saying before, you know, everybody likes different stuff. I just don't get why people get so offended when somebody likes a game that somebody else don't like. That don't make any sense to me.
It almost seems like you're questioning their integrity as a person just because you don't like something that they like.
Like, man.
At least that's what I think.
Just go and like the games y'all like. If you love Sonic Forces, great. You can love that game. I don't have to love that game. I didn't play the game, so who knows? I might actually be on your side when I do play the game. Because I don't let my initial impressions put me off to a game. Anyway, I am put off to the game. I'm not talking about like that. I mean, like, when I'm playing the game, when I have it in my hand, I will not be looking to bash the game. I will be looking for what I love in the game. And if I find nothing, well then, hey, it's not a good game to me. But for the most part, I am looking forward to it, just not as much as I was for Mania. Mania is just so good.
Like, nobody wants to play a bad game. Nobody's gonna be looking at a game looking for bad things unless they're just super cynical.
Yeah. I mean,
they're just super cynical as hell.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people that look for bad stuff in games. Because that's kind of what the critic's job is, you know? But really, what a critic should do, and this is just how I feel about general stuff, I'm okay with scores and number scores and stuff. I think that a critic of a game should look at the game from the perspective of saving you money. And what I mean by that is, I don't mean
whether or not the game is worth it.
Yeah, like, I don't mean like like, what's the dude's name who used to review like the Bionicle stuff? I don't remember his name or his channel, but he did the perfect reviews, in my opinion. His reviews were basically this: I'm not going to tell you my opinion. I'm going to tell you what you may like and what you may not like. Then you decide for yourself whether or not you like it. And unless I say, in my opinion, it is not my opinion. It is just what, it's objective. I'm being middle ground, unbiased. I'm telling you the good stuff, the bad stuff. You decide what is good or bad for you. You know what I'm saying? You remember that dude, right? I don't remember what.
I think it's LJ from the Three Virtues channel.
Yeah,
if I remember right.
That's what it is. LJ. Yeah. Shouts out to that. Shouts out. He does the perfect reviews the ones I saw. In my opinion, perfect. That's how a reviewer should be. Because you know what? He is saving people money, and he is giving people impressions, so that way they could go ahead and make.
Well, then again, he reviews Bionicles that are like about almost a decade old.
Yeah, but you could still do that same approach to all reviews. Any kind of review, you can take that approach. You could say like, okay, well, here's some things I like about Bloodborne. Here's some things that's objectively bad about Bloodborne. Like, some things that are bad about Bloodborne, well, there's glitches here and there. You know, every game has some sort of bug in it, apparently. There's glitches here and there. Sometimes the animations will be weird. You know, stuff like that. You could say that. And then you can say, but some people might like this, but some people might hate this. Faster paced combat might put people off, but you might also love the faster. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could do it like that. I'm just giving y'all a quick thing. I don't even know what I would say if I reviewed Bloodborne. But yeah, like, you can do that. That's what a reviewer should be to me. They shouldn't be there just saying, oh, well, I don't like this because this offends me, like that dude did for Bayonetta 2. Y'all remember that review, right? You remember that one's called, I don't. I tend to forget bullshit reviews if I've seen it. Yeah, not. It wasn't a review. It was the dude for that Game Award show where he was like, if Bayonetta 2 wins Game of the Year, I quit. I'm like, really, my boy, for real? Goodbye. You know? Don't let the door hit you on the way out, my boy. Let my dog out right quick. There you go. Be free. Okay. Yeah, like, to me, that's stupid. That's real stupid. Like your games, man. Like your games. If you don't enjoy a game, don't play it. Well, play it to check, see if you enjoy it. But if you find it's a waste of time and resources, sell it. If you brought it digital, well, I get a refund. Some places do digital refunds. Steam does. I don't know if they do it on PSN or Xbox One. It's harder to get refunds on PSN or Xbox Live. Yeah, I never got a refund because I don't really buy digital games. But I know on Steam you can, and they're really good about it. So. But yeah, hey, that's all I'm saying. You know, just... That's why we need a game rental system. That's why game rentals are so important, I think. Because the only ones they have is Redbox and GameFly, I guess, but GameFly is so stingy nowadays. I never tried GameFly. Neither have I. I always wanted to try it because it always. I'm sorry if y'all heard all that noise. I'm opening the door to let my dog in and out because my dog wants to wander around. But yeah, I never tried GameFly. I always wanted to, but I never did. But that's why we need a rental system. You know, like you can't rent games like movies. They should make it like you rent a game that's sometimes like 10 hours long. You can't play all that in one day unless you really don't have anything else to do. I know I can't do a whole game in one day as much as I would love to, like I used to, because I'm always busy. So I wish I could, though, man. I really wish I could. I was gonna rent Sonic Forces, but I didn't even check Redbox the other day. It's not on there. It's not? Nope. You see, I was going to rent the game, so that should tell you right there that I actually may not care about it, but I had just checked it today because I was interested in seeing what games are on there. Nothing for Sonic Forces. The recent one on there is a new COD, which I actually did rent. Oh, really? How is it? I really don't care about Call of Duty too much.
the new World War II game actually reminds me of some of the older Call of Duty games that took place during World War II.
Oh, so it's actually good, you would say.
I liked it for the campaign. The campaign's good.
Oh wow. Hey, look, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, man, I want to like Call of Duty. I do. I want to love Call of Duty because that's not a bad franchise. But man, they make so many games, and they all feel the same, and then they quit caring about the campaign, and it's all multiplayer stuff. And I don't have PSN, so I can't play multiplayer anyway.
Which is funny because from what I heard about Infinite Warfare, they put too much focus on the campaign and multiplayer was an afterthought. From what I heard.
How is that a complaint though? Like, for real, how is complaining about the single player? Like, okay, I get it. Most people like it for the multiplayer. But man, you can make a single player Call of Duty game. Let it happen. Let it be different. For the love of God, let them be diverse. Please. I don't see how people could replay those games constantly, over and over. Like, every year, it's just the same game, new skin. I cannot stand that. That's what put me off the Assassin's Creed Revelations so much. It felt just like Brotherhood, just more of an expansion of Brotherhood and not different enough. And then I stopped playing Assassin's Creed for a long time. And I just started getting back into it with 4 and Rogue. And I'm just gonna say this, I like 4. 4 is pretty good. Still doesn't beat Brotherhood for me, though.
I stopped with 4.
You didn't finish it?
No, I said I stopped with 4. I never played Unity.
Oh.
4 was the last Assassin's Creed I played.
Well, my sister actually gave me permission to tell you that if you want, you can borrow Unity and try it out. Just so you know. Because
Not according to what I've heard about Unity.
One of us is going to end up streaming this game. You do know that, right? It's going to happen. At some point, we're going to have to do it at some point because we both like Assassin's Creed. You cannot lie. We both love the first game, despite all its shortcomings. We love the second game. We both love the Brotherhood. I don't know how we both felt about Revelations. I know I didn't enjoy it as much.
I didn't enjoy it as much either.
We both like 3. And I'm pretty sure we both enjoyed Black Flag, so no, it's gonna happen. You're gonna have to play Unity. it's gonna happen, boy.
And you're trying to pin it on me.
Well, I'm going to play Unity first. I don't know if I'll be the one streaming it, but I'll play it first, and go ahead and play it after. So you have some time to get yourself prepared, you know, go visit the priest and everything, let them bless you and all that stuff because you're gonna probably need it. If the game is as bad as they say it is. Yeah, if the game is as bad as they say it is, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. You don't know, the game might actually be fun.
That's Radeon, ladies and gentlemen. He sets me up to commit suicide.
It could be worse. I could have told you that I brought a capture card and the first game we're streaming is Saw, and you're doing it.
I'd rather suffer Jigsaw's torture devices than play that game again.
Oh yes. You see, this is how we operate. This has been behind the scenes here at Spider Sonic Productions. This is exactly how all our conversations go. We start off random and we end off with talking about Saw or Sonic 06 because we both hate those games. I am pretty excited to try Syndicate though. Syndicate seems like a good Assassin's Creed game.
I would say at that point, I will only do a Let's Play Assault if you also do one for Sonic 06 through its entirety.
would do every game in the entire franchise on our channel, because we are Spider Sonic, I would do every game in the franchise, right? 100%, all of them, Game Gear games included, because I can, and I have already. I've done it in the past, I can do it again. Except for Sonic 06 and Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, and Sonic Unleashed. Those are the 3 games I will not 100% if we ever play them, because I do not like those games enough to do that. And if I play Sonic 06, I'm just going to put out there, oh my god, I hate Silver so much. Please somebody collab with us and play Silver for me, because I just don't want to do it. I can't stand Silver. I'll play Shadow and Sonic. Silver, oh my god.
Well,
You know,
Silver is
Skull,
also in Forces.
Yeah,
Good
but
thing
he's
is you
not
can't play
playable.
as him.
Silver wouldn't be a bad character, it's just in 06 he's so garbage. He has so much potential, but he's so garbage because the gameplay style is so garbage. Silver is legitimately worse than Big the Cat. I don't care what anybody says. You know what? Big the Cat in Adventure isn't even as offensively bad as Amy Rose in Sonic Adventure. And people still hate Big the Cat more. I don't understand that. Amy Rose is the worst character in that game. But Big the Cat apparently has the worst gameplay style when his gameplay style works perfectly fine. So it just doesn't belong in
It's the
Sonic.
fact that, I think it's the fact that you're fishing in a Sonic game.
True, like that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what? Here's, if I was remaking Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure is one of my favorite 3D Sonic games. Still to this day, because Sonic feels like classic Sonic just in 3D. Here is exactly how I would correct all the issues in Sonic Adventure. You ready? This is, if Sega, y'all, Sega, I hope y'all listening right now. Y'all better hire me. Now look, because I'll direct it. Look, here's what I would do. Sonic Adventure, and I see you got a jump. Sonic Adventure, PS4 remake, or, well, it'd be multi-plat, obviously, but I'm talking about the console generation it's on, right? So, Switch, Xbox One, PS4, PC. Sonic Adventure remake. My version of Sonic Adventure, each character, now it's no longer that stupid rotating wheel, now you have save slots for each character. Reason being is because now you're actually going to play each character and be able to unlock the final story by just playing one character. So now you don't have to play as Big the Cat if you don't want to. He's just optional. You don't need him to 100% the game. All you need to do is play as Sonic, kind of like how Sonic Mania is. You don't have to play as Sonic to 100% the game. You can play as Knuckles and Tails. But Sonic's the main character. That's what the, you know? You understand what I'm saying, right, Skull Nate?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how I would do it. Now you would have these character slots. So say you don't want to play as Big the Cat ever. You just want to unlock the final story and then zip around as Super Sonic. You can do that now. That's how my remake would fix the entire game. Because that is the biggest issue with all of the 3D Sonic games that have multiple playstyles. You have to play them all, even Generations. What if you don't want to play classic Sonic? What if you just want to play modern Sonic? You can't do that. You have to play as classic Sonic. That's a stupid gameplay choice. If it was up to me, Sonic Adventure, play each individual character. Now I know some people are going to say, but the final story, it has all of them together. Well, you cut each part out. Now, Sonic's final story is his own final story. Big's final story is his own final story. Amy has her own. And they each have their own final boss. Because that would be the one difference you would have to make. Because you can't just have them walk around to do trigger cutscenes. You know? They would each have their own interpretation of the final boss. That's it. They wouldn't go super. You wouldn't have to collect Chaos Emeralds. Maybe I would add the red rings in the game. Because you need some way to unlock Super Sonic. Because the Chaos Emeralds are part of the story. But that's what I would do, and I really do feel like that would make the game so much better. Even if it played exactly like it did on the Dreamcast, it would still be so much better than DX, HD version, PC version that's garbage. So what do you think of my idea there, Skull? Do you think that would be a good approach?
Be a better approach.
Yeah, like that's what I'm thinking, because like, you never played Sonic Adventure, or if you did, you played the crappy version. Because I don't think you played. You never had Dreamcast either.
I only played the demo of Adventure 2 on PS3.
Oh, and that one's garbage. That one's garbage.
But that was about it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Next time we hang out, I'm going to let you try Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast, because Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast is actually good. Excuse me. It's not garbage. Despite people saying it didn't age well, oh, it aged. You could tell, but it's still the most classic Sonic in 2D, 3D you're ever going to get, except for Sonic Utopia. That game, the fan game, that's probably the closest to 2D Sonic we'll ever get in 3D.
That's a fan game.
I really hope the developer finishes that project. Like, my boy, yeah, I'm like completely serious. If I had the money, I would pay money to help you out with that project, because that game looks so good. Skull Nate is focused very hard here in this section. And, you know, this entire stream, we have not even been talking about Crash. We've been rambling. Everything else except Crash.
We already gave our thoughts on Crash, like what we thought what the worst Crash games were.
To be fair, too, we both love Crash, and there's not really much we could continue. You could only hear... I'm pretty sure you people could only take, you know, we love Crash so much. This is why we love Crash. You could only take so much of that before you just tune out and quit carrots. Because boy, we love Crash. I love Crash so much. I don't know which one of us loves Crash more out of the two of us, but man, I love Crash so much. Crash is
okay. At that point, at that part, my momentum just came to a halt. Right there. What the fuck? My entire momentum just slowed down to a snail pace.
I didn't even see it. I missed it.
Like right fucking there. I felt my momentum just slow to a snail's pace.
And he's going slow. I don't know if that's a song. I make it up as I go. On right along.
Oh yeah, this was actually going to be a lot tougher.
Sure, let me tell you something right there, boy. You're going to be going through that level right quick. You're going to have to go ahead and make them jumps right there, my boy. You're going to have to go ahead and dodge all them guillotines right quick right there. You know, I'm trying not to get you killed, but at the same time, I was actually kind of trying to get you killed that time. I was actually kind of trying.
Good thing I've learned to tune things out that are not important. I've been doing that for fucking years.
Yep. No, I can do it too. I do it too. It's something I think all men just naturally have. I don't know why, but I feel like that's something we all naturally have.
Oh fuck.
PG stream, and ladies and gentlemen, this is a PG stream. Rated E for everyone.
Frack.
Oh, and he slippy slided.
Fuck. No. Good thing that... frick. This is actually tougher.
You know, I'm just gonna throw out there, just randomly, because it has nothing to do with Crash, but then again, that's been this whole stream so far. I missed the Dead Space series. I really do.
R.I.P. Vicarious Visions. May he rest in peace.
Visceral Games, you mean? Because Vicarious Visions is the team that made Visceral.
Oh, Visceral Games.
Yeah, because they're the ones that I was about to say. What, they went out of business? They just made Crash N Sane Trilogy, and then they went up. What? Yeah, it's the I already forgot the name of the team already. How did I just said the name and I forgot.
Visceral Games.
Visceral. Yeah, like, you know what though? How did they? Why did EA close them down? Weren't they working on the Star Wars game?
Apparently, there was, from what I heard, there was some disagreements with how they wanted to approach the Star Wars game.
So that's why they closed them down.
Apparently
because
so.
EA said,
No, we don't want you to do it like that. We want you to go ahead and do it the other way.
you know what sucks? The woman who wrote Uncharted 2, well, the woman who wrote the Uncharted games, pretty much, the one who got fired from Naughty Dog, she actually was working at Visceral Games on that Star Wars game.
Yep.
I don't remember her name either. It's Amy something. I think it was Amy. And if I got that wrong, y'all correct me. But, like, really? Man.
Welcome to this generation of gaming, where every AAA publisher is like, "No, we want every game to be multiplayer, so we can force microtransactions down the gamers' throats."
Yep. I'm so disappointed though, cause see that woman who worked on those games, I can't think of her name. Forgive me, y'all. But man, she was such a good writer. You know, she made Uncharted. If she did work, I don't know if she was the one who wrote Uncharted 2, but if she did, well, she made the characters in that game stand out so much. They're so good in that game. And I think she wrote the Jack and Daxter series too. I mean, come on now. First of all, her firing from Naughty Dog was bull crap, because that dude there is garbage. I don't care what people think about his writing or anything. I forget his name. Druckmann, Neil, whatever. The dude who wrote The Last of Us and all. He's garbage. I can't stand none of his games. And I'm not even hating on The Last of Us. That's not even a bad game. I'm just telling y'all, I don't like this dude's games. I hate his work. And I know for a fact, because I read it, that Uncharted 4 was a completely different game before he stepped to the helm. It was supposedly more... It was supposedly going to be more, like, I don't think Sam was going to be in the game, right? I'm pretty confident Sam wasn't going to be in the game. It was going to be more like that first trailer we saw. That awesome trailer where Drake's standing up out of the water and it looks so cool. That's how the game was going to be. And they changed that. Like 90% of the game got changed within that 2-year cycle when Neil took over, which is just so disappointing. And like I was saying, because I know people love that game, I'm not disrespecting you. I just don't enjoy the game. That's all I'm saying. I just don't enjoy the game. You enjoy the game? I don't. I like Uncharted 2. I just gotta throw that out there. Uncharted 2 is big, right? That's how we say that.
All right, now we gotta replay this to get the gem. I can't even. I don't even remember what box I missed.
It was the brown crate one.
Oh, gee, that narrows it down.
To be fair, when I was young, I thought they was orange. So I used to think they was orange. So I don't know.
The orange in the PS1 game. Or at least an orange shade of brown. A bright shade of brown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I always thought they was orange. So I don't know. I can see what they were going for, but when I was young, I thought they was orange. My boy, you know what we should do? Skull Nate? I just thought about it. It'd actually be good. Because I don't hate The Last of Us. You know this yourself. I loved it when I first played it. It was on replay value is garbage to me. I just can't stand replaying the game with the cutscenes. I was actually going to buy the Last of Us on the PS4 version. Well, I just thought, not I was going to. I was mixing it up with that other game I was talking about earlier on the stream, Uncharted. But I should buy The Last of Us, and we should stream that game, and we can make it fun, have fun with it.
Well, we can.
I Yeah, I don't hate the game. It's just, man, it's not enjoyable on multiple playthroughs. Like on multiple playthroughs, the weakness of the game shows. On a single playthrough, oh yeah, it's great. It's great. On multiple, it really shows its weakness.
Alright, so I need to keep watch because I should have at the very least 89 by the time I get up to getting the gym. Oh wait, I think I remember what freaking box it is. That one. The one hidden on top of this one.
That's a very clever hiding spot, because I would have never thought to look there. That's a very clever hiding spot. Boy, they got.
And that pisses me off because that's the only box.
Salty Skull Nate is salty.
Yeah, Salty Nate is salty.
If y'all need like some salt on them fries, you know, I'll let my boy Skull Nate here. He'll hook y'all up.
No, just tell Skull Nate that he's missing one box in Crash Bandicoot 1, and then he'll give you salt. I know that really pisses me off when I'm just going through this game and I even when it's been a while and the game just tells me I'm off by one fucking box, so I didn't get the thing.
It's almost like you can sense a disturbance in the force whenever you do that too. Whenever you're playing these games and you like miss one single crate, you're like, oh no, I can feel it. I know where it is. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like that with Crash 2. I played that game a lot, but I'm like that with Crash 2. When I can't find a crate, I just feel it. I know where it is. I instinctively know where it is.
You have to use the force.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm sad for that Star Wars game that this was working on.
Mm-hmm. Now apparently it was going to be a story-driven game.
I would have loved a Star Wars game in the style of Dead Space. Oh my goodness, can you imagine that?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, man.
But no, everything needs multiplayer, cause fuck you.
That's so disappointing. It's so disappointing.
Of which, I don't mind games that have multiplayer as a focus, but when you're forcing and that's only if the developers intended the game to have multiplayer in mind. But when they're forced to add multiplayer in just because the publisher wants to have shitty microtransactions, that sucks.
It does. It sucks a lot. Okay, Fifi, we gotta chill out, girl. Make it sitting down uncomfortable.
That was the thing that was actually starting to ruin Dead Space, actually. Because EA wanted multiplayer because they thought, okay, Dead Space 2, you know how many people complained that it didn't have multiplayer? So what they did, they added multiplayer. And it got shat on. And then, Dead Space 3, oh, we need co-op because, according to EA, the game's too scary.
You know,
that's the fucking point.
I can't even believe for a second EA really thought that was a good idea. Like, I almost feel like the people in charge at EA are either, like, legit retarded, or they genuinely don't know their target audience. Because how in the world is a horror game, let's keep that in mind, a thriller survival horror game, too scary?
If a game is too scary, then that's a fucking good thing, because it's a fucking horror game. You want a game scary.
didn't they see the popularity of like Amnesia and stuff? Didn't think to themselves, because yeah, didn't Amnesia come out right when Dead Space 3 was coming out, or am I off? I think I'm off by a few years.
Probably.
But the popularity of Amnesia was massive, and they didn't capitalize on it. That's so weird. You would think EA would be trendy, you know what I'm saying? Like, because that's kind of how they is. They like to get trendy. You would have thought they would have made Dead Space 3 in first person, if anything. But no, they
Well, they did make a first-person Dead Space game when it was on rails.
Yeah, but Extraction, really though, I know you're talking about Extraction, but really, that's more of like a side game, arcade shooter. I can't really hate that. Plus, we were getting Dead Space 1 and 2 and all that stuff. A lot of people don't like Dead Space 3 because it's not scary enough. And,
I enjoy it.
I'ma just say,
though it's not my.
Like,
even though, in terms of a horror game, it's not good. I like it. I enjoy it for what it is.
No, well, you know what though? A lot of people say that the reason it's not scary is because the weapon craft system. I don't buy that at all. I think the weapon craft system could perfectly work in a horror game. The thing is, you're overpowered with it. They should have balanced it better. They didn't balance it good enough. Because you can find ammo everywhere. So it really doesn't, it's not balanced. You could have the weapon craft system and stuff, and it wouldn't affect the gameplay at all.
Yep.
It's just...
And if you guys want an example, I actually made a weapon that I dubbed Desoldroya, and that's only because it fucking melts. Ray knows which one I'm talking about. It was like... It was basically like... I forgot exactly what the actual name of the actual weapon is. It's like a pure needle holes gun. It's like a rapid fire needle holes gun. And then I had like a needle scatter shot under it, and it was like, and I made it like ridiculously overpowered.
Yep. And you see though, they should have made it to where gun, like, see, you're able to make whatever gun you want. That's the thing we love about the system in that game. That's what I like. You can make any weapon you want.
The problem is, there's two problems. One, you can make ridiculously overpowered weapons, which that is true.
Yeah.
Dubbed the nickname Desoldroya weapon. The second thing is that it's way too easy to get parts for it.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, look, you can make whatever weapon you want, have it be as powerful as you want, but what they should have did to balance it was, one, make materials harder to find, and two, and this would be the big one, make it cost more ammunition depending on how much power you put on it. So say like if you shoot one time, you have to really pick and choose your shots. You know what I'm saying? Like,
also,
okay, one shot of the Desoldroya uses like 20 ammunition. There you go, bam, balance. You only got one shot. You know, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, make it cost more ammo depending on how powerful it is.
Also, another thing too is that all the ammo is universal.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know, I'm gonna say this. Well, yeah, you can finish. Go ahead, finish.
I was gonna say, like, another thing that makes it ridiculously easy is the fact that all the ammo is universal. So it actually makes like stocking up on ammo for a particular weapon is just insanely easy.
Well, true, but I was gonna say, like, see, universal ammo isn't bad. I don't think it's bad. Like I said, if your guns cost more ammo depending on how much damage you're doing, I feel like that would be a good counterbalance to that. But the thing that makes it unbalanced would be another thing too. Would be that they took off limb damage in Dead Space 3. You don't have to aim for limbs. You can shoot a monster in the chest and it'll die just as much as it'll die if you shoot him in the legs or the arms.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid.
In fact, I think Dead Space 3, you don't even ever have to aim for the limbs ever. You could just practically
actually, I think they took it off for Dead Space 2, actually.
Yeah, it did start in Dead Space 2. It started in
Dead Space 1 was the only one where it didn't matter which weapon you used, you had to cut off limbs.
Yeah, well, you could kill an enemy by shooting them in the chest, but it took so much ammo that it wasn't worth it. I know I experimented with Dead Space 1 a little bit. I took the pulse rifle, and I remember shooting at just a regular necromorph, hitting it in the chest constantly. And I used almost like a whole clip before it finally died. So now in Dead Space 3, the first 3 shots would have killed that thing. Don't matter. So that's what I'm saying. Like they should leave limb damage. In fact, you know what? You could have the human enemies, because I know the human enemies kind of take some people out of it too, because they see the human enemies. But you could have the human enemies, but they should have made the monster enemies a little bit more threatening. Make them more threatening than what they are, because the way they stand, the necromorphs are kind of stupid in Dead Space 3. They're not as smart as the Dead Space 2 necromorphs or the necromorphs from the first game. And I don't blame Visceral for none of that, to be honest with you. I blame EA. I was gonna say Ubisoft. I was thinking Ubisoft. Probably because I have a stack of like all the Assassin's Creed games, like right to my right hand side.
And there we go, the final gem for 100%.
Yes! Yes!
But we're not quite done just yet.
Oh no? I thought that was it. I thought you just had to get the last gem.
Well, we have to do the secret cutscene, and then we still have Stormy Ascent.
Oh, I forgot about Stormy Ascent. Oh, all right. I forgot about that. Wow, we got progress though, my boys. We did it. My boys and girls.
So let's go to the Great Hall and see the cutscene.
Now you see, I remember in Crash 1, I remember I got curious and I looked up the ending on YouTube, but I didn't watch the whole thing for some reason. I don't know why. But I remember you had to bounce like on all the gems to get there.
Well, here it's still the same. Well, now you get to actually see.
Yeah, I never watched the full ending of Crash 1. I wanted to, but I never did, so this is completely new to me. I remember you have to bounce on the gems like this.
Ah, there's a picture of Tana.
Now, if you stand on one of them gems, will they eventually sink? Because it looks like they sink when you step on it.
No. They're just permanent platforms.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of gems.
Yep. Loading. There we go.
I hear sound effects, but I don't see anything. It's still loading. There we go. Oh, my boy. My son's about to get it. Oh, yeah.
We get this ending. Papu sold the ruins of the Castle Cortex to a resort developer.
Psst. He's still alive, too.
Well, of course, we didn't kill him.
Yeah, I think we just knocked him out.
Yeah, Koala, word of advice, do not skip leg day. Never skip leg day.
Boy,
That is bad.
Boy, it's too tough. Yup, skipping leg day, you look like that. You ain't got no muscles in your legs at all. You got frog legs. If you ever skinned a frog, that's exactly how your leg look. Oh, now we're going on boy, pinstripe here. Brio's tendon bar. That's funny.
That is funny. Well, he's good at mixing concoctions.
Yep.
Okay. Now the only thing that's left is Stormy Ascent, of which this was cut from the original game because it was too difficult.
I can believe it.
Good luck. You're gonna need it. Thanks. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I only paid I only played a little bit of Stormy Ascent. I downloaded the DLC, but I don't have the game, so I only played a little bit of Stormy Ascent with Skull Link throughout the game over. And it was fun.
I would say this. This isn't too bad. It's just a lot of the jumps are very, very stingy.
Yeah, I mean, I think the road, like from what I played of it, the road level looked like it was hard, to be honest with you. The stupid road level.
No.
I don't know, I could be wrong though, because I never finished the entire level. You finished it, so I'll take your word on what you think is the hardest level of the game before I take myself here.
This isn't too bad. It just has stingy jumps.
Yeah. Now you see, fun fact for you guys. While Skullnate may be the superior Bloodborne player, I think both of us are actually pretty competent at platformers. I think we're pretty even in terms of skill for platforming.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe one of us is better than the other, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I'm better at Bloodborne than you when you beat Orphan of Gods on like New Game Plus 2, and it took 9 hours to do it.
I think it's just kind of funny just watching other people play this game, and they just go blood raging mad. Like it's the most difficult thing they ever had to do.
I'd hate to see them play the PS1 version.
Like if you want a good laugh, look up Twitch reaction compilations of Crash N Sane Trilogy, and just grab some popcorn.
I'm convinced the people that play games on Twitch, because I always hear people complain about games on Twitch. I'm pretty sure they don't like. They're them kind of gamers that would fail at the first level of Mario 1. Because I've heard so many complaints about like Sonic Mania, Cuphead, and even this game. It's amazing to me. They're having trouble with those games. Like Cuphead is made to be hard, right? I ain't gonna lie. Cuphead is made to be hard.
Yep.
But like Super Meat Boy was made to be hard, and you don't hear people complaining about that game back when it came out.
Oh, you weren't around then when they were complaining about it.
Oh, they were complaining about it? Because I started getting on Xbox Live and stuff when Super Meat Boy just came out. And I remember people loving that game.
Well,
but...
Ray, you have to remember, Cuphead is ableist.
You know what? I edited our video and I already forgot what that means. I swear I don't remember.
Discrimination against disabled people.
I gotta remember that.
Which is stupid. Why a video game would be ableist when it's supposed to be challenging. Oh man, now we're going. Okay, now we're getting into the stingy platforms.
Coming into the nitty gritty.
Super stingy platforming we're coming into now.
I'm going to be quiet so Skullnate can focus here, because this is going to be tough. We don't want to sit here for another 9 hours.
Well, this is the last thing we gotta do.
Well, yeah, it's not as bad. It's not as bad.
Ooh. And like I said, this level in itself is not bad. It's just stingy.
Yeah, the level that I think is bad is that road level. That's the worst level to me. That is the hardest level in the game. It is
Though
super
there's
difficult.
one jump in this particular level that is freaking bad. There's one jump in this level that's no, not that one. There's one later on that's super bad. It is super stingy. Ow. You're not even looking at the bad one yet. And those who have played this level, you know which jump I'm talking about. Should have did a second guess on it.
Ooh, you just slid right into that spike. I'm gonna wait to say what I was gonna say until after you're done, so I don't disturb you. Because I was gonna talk about. I know we've been just kind of rambling.
Oh no, we're not at the worst part yet. You're free.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say that we're gonna games that I would like to stream too. I would love to throw up Metroid Prime into that mix because I just thought about it, and Metroid Prime is another one of those games that I think I would say very close to being a perfect game. If they updated Metroid Prime with like dual analog control and stuff, yeah, I'm pretty sure that you could consider that a almost perfect game. Even as it stands, it's almost a perfect game. So, just update the graphics and a couple of things here and there, and that's it. You got it. Whew. So whenever we stream again, which will probably be whenever Skullnate has time, because tomorrow I have to do some recording in the morning. But after that, I will be pretty free. I tend to not do much recording in the afternoon. I do it mostly in the morning. Shouts out to Empty Pockets, by the way. I'm working on a track with him. It'll be dope, trust me. But yeah. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a recording session, and afterward, if Skullnate's not busy, we might finish up with Blood. If that's alright with you, Skullnate.
It's fine with me.
I don't know how hard. I don't know. Maybe something will come up I won't be able to. Right now, it looks like the way out. So. Truth be told, I'm probably going to be eating my words here. That was funny. Truth be told, I'm probably going to be eating my own words here, but I don't think Lawrence looks as bad as Orphan of Kaz. Orphan of Kaz was... Like, that boss
No,
looks
it's just
bad.
annoying.
Yeah, I don't think he looks as bad as Orphan of Kaz.
It's just annoying.
I'm trying to not read anything. Yeah, I'm not reading anything.
Oh, wait.
For the
Oh,
fight
wow.
either.
Way to give me a
Completely going into
freaking petty checkpoint game.
That's what they gave you, a checkpoint?
A petty checkpoint.
At least with this game, they didn't do the Nintendo thing where they have like a super guide that pretty much plays the game for you and shows you how to do it.
Or which Mario game was it that had that Tanuki suit where you couldn't die and you could just breeze through the level?
It's either 3D Land or 3D World. I can't remember.
I think it's 3D World, because I know it was on the Wii.
Oh, it was on the Wii?
Wii U, I meant.
Oh, the Wii U, yeah, it was probably...
Okay, now we're getting into the stinginess. I remember this one perfectly.
Yeah, this looks like a tricky jump.
Not this one. We're getting into it. Oh my god, fuck that doctor. Or that scientist. Scientist piece of shit.
That sounded so wrong. I just want you to know that.
You take everything I say wrong.
Well, I'm sure when you watch this
Oh, you wanna know the
understand.
most difficult part about this fucking level? Trying to speedrun it.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, trying to speedrun this entire thing is impossible at times. Oh well, I deserved that death.
Take that L, my boy. Take that L.
Fuck, get Spike.
It's a good thing you 100% the game already. Otherwise, this level would be impossible to get the gym in.
Well, just be
Now,
lucky
you know
we're not
what?
playing by Crash 1 rules. Original Crash 1 rules.
Yeah. Now you know that death though, where you just walk too close to the corner and hit the spike. That looked a little cheap. That one. It looked like the spike didn't even touch you.
Ah, fuck, doctor. I'd rather see the fucking witch doctor.
That death did look a little cheap. I wish I could instant replay that so I could see it again. Because it looked like it didn't even hit you. It looked like you were completely clear of the hitbox.
Ah, you fucking piece of shit.
Ah, the rage begins. It begins. Yes.
Actually, there actually is a way you can actually skip part of that, part of this top section. But it requires you actually taking a hit. Fucking doctor, piece of shit.
Okay. Now, as I said, I'm preparing for Bloodborne. I decided to go grind up some blood echoes so I can prepare my weapons and stuff because I've been using different weapons, and I'm going to level up a little bit for in between videos. And let me just say, Nightmare of Menses is not a fun place to grind.
Piece of shit.
Ooh. Right into that.
I just fall down. Okay, this is the jump I was talking about before. These are the jumps.
Oh my.
Ah. Timing.
Ooh, that was painful. I see what you're talking about now. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Not that one in particular.
Not that one? Oh, that one looked tough. You had to time it perfectly.
There's one in that same part, though, that is super stingy. It's so stingy you literally have to clench your fucking butt cheeks just to make it.
Always an elegant way with words. Always.
Piece of shit. At least I got another one.
Another one! I can't do the Cali voice. My voice is dead. Probably
Okay.
didn't sound close to.
Yeah, these freaking jumps are stingy.
I was debating. Yes, big words. I was debating with myself on whether or not we should even edit this stream because you cleared it pretty quickly in average amount of length. Now I'm starting to second guess myself because this part here looks pretty tough.
Well, you would have to cut out this last part. A lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I was thinking maybe we don't even have to edit it because it looked like we did pretty good. But here, yeah, this looks like. Or we could just leave it up.
Oh
It's
my
up to
god,
you, really.
hitbox. I didn't even have a chance. I didn't even get like a second to jump.
Assault is real.
Okay, fuck you too. And fuck you too. Okay, now I'm just prematurely messing myself up here.
This is gonna be good.
Ow. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. You could do, but only up to there. Okay. Collect my posture.
This is entertaining. I'm quiet. I'm not even. I'm just listening to you talk. It's funny.
I'd like to see you play through all this.
I believe, like I was saying, I believe we're pretty equally skilled when it comes to platformers, so I'd probably be faring about as well as you are, my friend.
Oh my god, I wish...
Ooh! That you couldn't even really see that, though. The platform really came out of nowhere, so...
Not
Getting
even at
to
the...
this part, this is hard. It's the part doing the part that's hard.
It's just timing. It's super strict. And not to mention the hitboxes, which is my worst enemy right now.
I still find it weird how Naughty Dog didn't just change the timing a little bit for this level instead of just cutting the level entirely.
Okay,
weird.
We actually made it with 3 Akus.
There you go.
Okay, this is the part. This is... I hate this jump. See that platform? You have to jump...
Well, I'm on delay.
That jump!
Never know.
I hate that jump. I hate that jump in particular.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one's pretty tough. If I'm not mistaken, Donkey Kong Country, is it 2? Has a jump similar to that, but it's much easier to time in that game because that game has a level of floatiness to it. Not floating. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The
Fluid.
platforming is much easier to do. But
You meant fluid?
yeah, like it's much. It doesn't. I guess because it's a 2D game, and this game is generally 3D, and you control it as a 3D game. It's still pretty much a similar kind of jump. It's just, you know what? Depth is not as strict.
I should not be dying as much.
That's what I was saying when I was fighting, what's his face?
Except I have lives.
48, you'll be fine. At least it puts the pressure on you.
How I did not get hit, I am not going to question that.
By the power of flipping, I guess. I don't know. I turned my head. I didn't see what happened.
Fuck you too. And you.
All our sound clips for our future episodes, when we're able to actually edit them more fluently, are going to come from this video. Like that one.
Yeah, it's just gonna be us just cursing at the fucking bosses and the levels.
those sound bites. All the sound bites.
Oh. Thank you, 1 second stairs. For not being shitty. Okay, now we're on. Now we're at this. Holy crap! Oh, I made it. I made it. I made it. Fuck that platform. Okay.
Nice.
Now we're on to the Brio level.
Now you can relax. I think. I don't know. Dying here doesn't matter.
Okay. Getting messaged out the ass.
Have you been getting messages just from like random people?
No.
I've been getting messages from people I don't even know the names of. Like, I think I just deleted them though when I turned it on. But I've been getting messages like asking, "Hey, how are you? Hi, hey." None of you people. Like, at least leave your name.
No, the messages are from people I do know.
Like you know, like if like I'm not condemning sending messages to me. If you send messages to me, just tell me your name so I can reply to you. Otherwise, I'm just going to remove myself because if you just type "Hey," I'm going to think you're a bot.
So this Brio level is kind of tough.
They got apples, I think. I like apples. Apples are good. Apples are. That's apples, right? They're green. Oh no, they're just. Why do they look like that in my screen?
It's the color of the background.
Oh, okay.
It's the lighting.
Really weird.
It's the lighting.
They look like green apples. What?
It's the lighting. At least I'm not losing lives.
Yep, I'm getting a notification from Warframe. Apparently Warframe has an event going on. So, yeah, cool. I haven't played Warframe in a minute. I'll get back into that. I like Warframe. Warframe's fun.
Okay, we did it.
Nice.
And that's all the boxes for this Brio level. Hey,
Nice.
Brio.
Good job, good job. Now you just gotta finish the level. That's it, it's a wrap.
Hopping on birds like it's Super Mario Brothers.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Wait, you jumped on birds in Super Mario Bros? I'm
Frick. Well, you jumped on turtles and Goombas.
True, true. When you said that, I was thinking, like, wait, what? Birds?
I meant how you jumped on them.
Yeah. Alright. Now, this platforming segment here looks pretty tough, too.
Okay.
More and more death. I wish I knew how to make montages so we could just montage all the deaths instead of cutting them all out, just so people get an idea of how many times, how real the struggle was doing this.
Oh, my timing on these slow ones just threw me off. Speed is key. Made it.
Gotta go fast. Alright.
Checkpoint. Sweet.
Nice. Checkpoints.
Out of my way.
This level goes on way longer than I thought it would, to be honest with you. I thought it was a short level.
You'd think.
I'm dead serious.
Oh my god, this. Oh my god, this jump. We're not. I guess we're not done with the stingy jumps just yet. I forgot about those fucking birds.
Whoa. Now this jump looks harder than the other one you did. That one there with the bird, that one looks harder than the one from before.
It's not.
Because that one, the bird's moving with it, so it makes it look way harder than what it usually would be.
Oh, look at this one.
Wow, on delay, can't see right now. Oh my. Whoa. Okay.
This one is deceiving, but it's not hard. You just stay on one platform.
Yeah, looking at it, you made it look easier than what it actually looks like.
Oh, and I saw the end.
So close, but yet so far.
Fucking scientist. Scientist piece of shit. Really now?
How did you die?
Scientist threw
How
fucking.
did that kill you? I didn't. Oh, okay. I saw the purple stuff. I was like, wait, what? It looked like it came out of nowhere. That's why I was confused.
The platforms that just move at the same time as each other. It's deceptive, but it can be done. And we only got like 6 more boxes to get.
And you're near the end of the level.
Yep. Got the gem.
Nice.
Whew. Give me my 102%.
And it's a wrap. That's it.
Yep. I'm not even gonna bother with the time trials.
Yeah, the time trials. This game really isn't made for that.
It's stingy. You want to know how stingy the time trials are? Try to do the first level with time trials. You would not get platinum unless you play the game constantly.
Well, I do speed runs a little bit, like not for all games, but a little bit.
But yeah, this was Crash Bandicoot 1.
Yep, Crash 1, the first Crash Bandicoot game. This is the remastered version, and it is so beautiful to look at. I'm still impressed by the graphics.
Yep. Fully beat the game, all gems, 102% with the DLC.
Yes. I'd say that was a job well done.
Now, when are we going to be going into Crash Bandicoot 2? I don't know, but it'll probably be sometime in the future. Sometime soon. Because the next time you see me, I will be playing through The Last Guardian.
Yep, and once I finish Bloodborne, which will probably be tomorrow, maybe. We are going to probably be jumping into.
And then 5 videos later, Ray is finally done with Bloodborne.
I hate you so much, man. It'll be another 9 hours of footage for me to edit. No.
Right. Well, to be fair, you put that on yourself.
Yeah, I didn't have to do it. I just wanted to do it to make it more convenient.
The 9 hours of failure. Huh?
We don't have to really edit this video. I don't think we have to edit this video, do we?
Well, we had the Stormy Descent shit.
Yeah,
with
but
constant death after death after death. That's up to you. Well,
yeah, I don't think it was as tedious.
It'd be interesting to see just to see like just the constant failures of the last level that finishes it off.
So you want to leave it in? Cause,
you can. You can.
Okay.
And also, well, people could you see Salty Nate be salty?
Yep. Well, I'll say this for my not Bloodborne. After I beat Lawrence, I'm done with Bloodborne. But for future playthroughs that say Radeon plays, not the next Bloodborne. After that, I will be editing pretty much all my videos, and if Skull Nate wants, I'll edit his too, where I'll be cutting out like the filler stuff. So it won't technically be a full, let's play. It's gonna be more of just me showing gameplay stuff. So, like if I ever do a tutorial things, like if I play Bloodborne, your main game, it's gonna be like a tutorial run. So your boy's gonna handle that one a little different. But yeah, I'm gonna be pretty much cutting out a lot of junk. I feel like that would be better for my style, my play style. So. But yeah, I guess that's it, huh? It's a wrap. I think we did.
Yep. Yep,
like
that was that. Yep, that was Crash Bandicoot for the PS4.
Yes,
we'll be jumping into Crash 2 at some point in the future, but the next time you see me, I will be streaming The Last Guardian.
And that's gonna be a playthrough I cannot wait to see myself, because I love Last Guardian.
It may deviate a little bit from time to time, but it's gonna mostly be The Last Guardian.
All for that Shadow of the Colossus remake, my boy.
So, anything to add, Reed?
Nope, not really. I think we covered it all. Everything that involved Crash and that wasn't involving Crash. So, yeah, I think we done, homie.
Okay. So, thank you for joining us. This was Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy with Crash Bandicoot 1. This is Skull Nate.
And this is Hulk Hogan, brother.
Okay, Hulk, take your...
I can't even think of nothing else to say to that now.
And we'll see y'all next time. Later.